I probably hug on a curb and scrape the ground when I swing, dodging potholes when I swerve, wrapped in some bows and it's true. Not a pebble in my groove, in the beat with the bumper, cause it's screw up when I move. Elevated, modulated with adapter. Now we're riding smooth and stature. Take a picture, that's a shine. You should capture with a flick of flame. Crawl with the trunk and bang. I be throwed in the game, mine. Have you ever rolled clean? Top, low, falling low when it crawls on the scene. High in the sky till the night falls. Hot beat. Talking money on the clock and it ain't not stop rolling. Celebrate to the scene. Have you ever rolled clean? If I was a grill, I shine my light on the reel and mug the fuck out them loud to show them just how I feel. And fall in love with a chrome lady and probably have chrome babies, cause we got a real connection and Kenny Bank couldn't fade it. Close but separated, I know, but the neons around me, so I go. I'm like the best edition, like who really needs an engine? I smile, they wave in the distance like, man. Have you ever rolled clean? Top, low, falling low when it crawls on the scene. High in the sky till the night falls. Hot beat. Talking money on the clock and it ain't not stop rolling. Celebrate to the scene. Have you ever rolled clean?
What's up, Earl? What's going on, bro? You say, what's up? You hear about the Yeah, I heard about the JFK assassination files. I haven't had no time to look into it. You know, I looked at it, but the first couple of pages I didn't really understand it because it looked like it was some type of what is it called? It was just kind of just some random stuff, and I didn't quite understand it. So I was gonna wait till I had some free time, probably like tomorrow, and I may read a few pages and see what it's talking about. I may try to skim through it or see if I can load some up in the chat GPT or something like that, or Grok or Perplexity, and see what's going on, see if it can summarize it or, you know, give me like some key pages to read, something, and I'll read that. But man, I just want to welcome everybody back to the show. Um, I seen earlier where Big U and some other people from California, some music artists, and I don't know what to call them because I don't want to be incorrect about what I'm saying. I guess some former gang members or current gang. I'm not sure. You know, I'm not gonna act like I know because I'm not from that area, and I really just don't keep up with them like that. But what I did notice and what stood out to me was that a lot of them, you know, they used to be on a lot of those shows like No Jumper or maybe Vlad TV or something like that, and just going on there just spilling their business. And you would think that they would have been a little smarter than that, especially coming from the streets and realizing that you can't put everything out there and let everybody know what you're doing or what you did do, even if you're not in that lifestyle no more, because this stuff online, it lives forever and it can come back to haunt you at any time. any moment in time, really. And it was just a shocker to me just to see that happening. Then I think the law enforcement officer who did the press conference, he even mentioned it, that they was using stuff from social media and whatnot, which was crazy. So I got this clip. We're gonna check it out.
Attorney here in Los Angeles. Today, we're here to announce federal criminal charges against Eugene Henley Jr., a career criminal known as Big U, who used his contacts and leadership role in the Crips criminal street gang, the entertainment industry, and a youth charity to further his own criminal enterprise, an enterprise that engaged in murder, extortion, robbery, human trafficking.
Also, man, if anybody got any updates on this, or y'all know more about this, if you from the area, I don't mind you coming on the show and telling me what you know, because I know there's a lot of people who live in California or just close to the area. They know more. They have more of an insight, and I wouldn't mind if y'all come on here and chat it up with me. Maybe I could ask you a few questions. Maybe you can help me out a little bit.
COVID fraud, and other felonies. Mr. Henley and several other individuals linked to him and his criminal enterprise were charged in a criminal complaint with federal racketeering conspiracy. Mr. Henley is a fugitive, and he is currently wanted by federal law enforcement. Other individuals linked to his criminal enterprise were arrested today, approximately 10 defendants who are charged in various indictments. Again, Mr. Henley is a fugitive. 4 defendants are in state custody and will be transferred into federal custody, and we are still seeking Mr. Henley and another fugitive. The Department of Justice's top priority is eliminating violent crime caused by criminal street gangs and organized crime. These organizations cause a tremendous amount of harm in our communities, and today's arrests are part of our office's efforts, FBI, IRS, LAPD, the team you see up here, to make our community safer and rid our streets of these criminal street gangs, including ones operated by violent felons like Mr. Henley, who are posing as savvy businessmen and community leaders, but in the end are violent criminals.
It's funny because he said they exposed themselves. They portraying savvy businessmen, but they actually criminals. Well, yeah, when you go online and you say what you used to do and who you hang with, you think people not looking at that? I swear, I just assumed that a lot of these people were smarter than that. But when you see these interviews and you can't believe what some of the stuff that these people be saying, the type of information they be giving out. They actually give out like names and locations, and I don't know what they think. I guess they just assumed that something may be old, or I don't know. I don't know. If I committed a crime, I definitely wouldn't speak on it. I definitely not online and not on no big platform. Not for no clicks and views, because you can get all the clicks and views you want. But if you in behind bars and you locked up for 30 plus years or more, whatever, life, or quite possibly tie yourself up into the death penalty, like well, nah, he didn't tie himself into the death penalty. What's the guy involved with the Tupac? Damn. I had did the clip on him the other day. He's up in here crying and stuff in front of the judge and saying that they made a mistake. It's like, bro, I had showed plenty of clips of him on Vlad TV just talking about what was going on, which I couldn't even believe it. It just didn't make sense to me. It's like, why would you do this to yourself? And then when you get arrested, you don't understand why. Well, I can tell you why. Let me show you something. Let's go to YouTube real quick. Let me pull this up. They crazy.
The affidavit filed with criminal complaint alleges that Mr. Henley operated Big U Enterprises, a mafia-like organization that utilized Mr. Henley's stature and long-standing association with the Crips criminal street gang and other gangs here in Los Angeles to intimidate businesses and individuals in our communities. I want to stress that the allegations here in the complaint are allegations only, and the defendants are presumed innocent until proven otherwise. Let me talk a little bit about Mr. Henley and the street gang here. As I said, Mr. Henley is a widely known leader within the Rolling 60s. He rose to prominence in that gang decades ago, and he has since been a fixture on the internet, talk shows, and podcasts, all things that law enforcement.
Right there. Don't let that just go over your head.
He rose to prominence in that gang decades ago, and he has since been a fixture on the internet, talk shows, and podcasts, all things that law enforcement have looked at closely as part of this investigation.
All things that they have looked at closely are part of that investigation. So you know what they're going to do? They're going to use your own words against you. In other words, you're fucked. In other words, you're an idiot. In other words, you don't have no more words. You're going down.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, Developing Options, which purports to help at-youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high-crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him. For example, Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway. He then attempted to evade and obstruct the investigation into the murder, including ordering witnesses not to speak with law enforcement. Henley's criminal enterprise also engaged in other crimes, including transporting prostitutes across state lines, extorting strip clubs, marijuana dispensaries, and other businesses, and fraudulently applying for COVID loans in the form of a business relief loan. On that application, Mr. Henley falsely stated that his music label, Unique Music, operated at a $200,000 profit in 2019 and was entitled to government assistance, despite the reality that the company had operated at a loss and was ineligible for such relief. Finally, Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses to his charity, Developing Options, which, as I said, purports to give South LA at-risk youth alternatives to gang violence, drugs, and other criminal activity. Henley used this charity as a front. He used it to conceal his fraudulent activities, his criminal enterprises activities, and evade detection from law enforcement. If convicted on the racketeering conspiracy, he and his co-conspirators face approximately a 20-year federal prison sentence. I want to thank our federal law enforcement partners, our state law enforcement partners who brought about the result here today. The Los Angeles Metropolitan Gang Task Force from the FBI. It's comprised of FBI agents, LAPD officers, IRS Criminal Investigation, the U.S. Department of Justice Inspector General's Office, Los Angeles Police Department, the North Las Vegas Police Department. This case is a great example of state and federal law enforcement working together to address harm from a criminal enterprise. I also want to thank our prosecutors, Assistant U.S. Attorneys Kevin Butler and Jenna McCabe, for their diligence and dogged determination in this case. With that, I'll turn it over to our next speaker, FBI Special Agent in Charge, Ted Dox.
Thank you, Joe. Absolutely.
Here go, I guess, the people who was a part of this Operation Drawdown. I don't know all these people. Some of y'all may know. Like I said, I haven't kept up with them. I don't know. Only one that I'm kind of familiar with is just, Big U, Brick Baby, Loose Cannon. But it's other individuals on here as well. Ronnie Mack, Lamonte Green, Frederick Blanton. I'm guessing some of these are just either street guys or maybe other rappers who I don't know. It says Tion, Devin Jones, Blueface, Jaquan Lee Smith, JJ, Joshua. I don't know. Joshua Piulati Holla, Bear Claw, Vay. They even got a female up here. 2 of them. Armani Aflahi and Tiffany Hines. Brian Perez, Mejia, Grimsky, Zachary Garcia, the Navian Hughes. Is this an Asian dude? His name Fook Kien Hun, I guess. I don't know. See this? They got him on a damn poster. Who's in custody? Everybody is in custody except Brian Perez and Big U. On this article I seen from Times Now World, it says rapper Brick Baby and several others were arrested in Los Angeles during Operation Drawdown, targeting the Rolling 60s gang. The operation focused on Big U Enterprise, led by rapper Big U, who remains at large. Authorities described the group as a mafia-like organization. You know, they start putting them labels on you. That ain't good. Rapper Brick Baby and several others were arrested from Los Angeles on Wednesday in what the police described as Operation Drawdown and targeted the Rolling 60s neighborhood in southern Los Angeles. The takedown was part of law enforcement's crackdown on the Big U Enterprise, the organization of rapper Big U. Is he a rapper? I don't think he is. He may be. While Brick Baby and other alleged members of the mafia-like organization, they keep throwing that around. Mafia-like, mafia-like. Hit him with the RICO. As per allegations, were arrested on Wednesday. Rapper Big U, the alleged kingpin. Oh, there go another keyword of the gang, is still evading arrest and hiding from the police. Wow. They got some clips up here. I think this one is Brick Baby. I guess he was in there talking to No Jumper. Lord have mercy. Oops, hold on. My bad. Hold up. Hold on, my bad. I clicked on it and it didn't even show it to y'all. Here you go.
Look, outside of that, the feds picked you up 2 times, right? You said the feds have picked you up on numerous occasions, right?
What part?
Lady
what time?
Fino was
Yeah.
there.
Okay, so
Hey,
look,
So
we gonna elaborate and we're gonna
If it- if
respond
you
to that.
can't- if you
No,
can't talk
no.
about the
Because
case, that's that.
at the end of the day, it's like this, right? Because when the same time they came and picked your ass up, right? They came and got Big Useless, right? And then they rolled on me.
yeah.
So you already know the answer.
I don't know that they wrote on you.
Come on,
I'm telling
cuz.
you. I'm saying
We dealing with the
2
same-
separate times.
Okay,
I hear you.
okay,
I
wait,
hear you.
hold on.
You're talking.
No,
you
look
to them.
Okay, so listen.
You can't
So
just say
what-
you know.
Okay,
You
no.
have to-
So this is a couple of years ago, right?
yeah.
Brick Baby hit me. Well, like
I know
5,
what's up.
6
I know
no,
what's
hold
up.
on. No, you
on
want
the
clear?
play. On the play.
Yeah, on the play, right?
Yeah.
And then some dogs eat somebody, right? So they contact Brick. They was like, Brick, we need our shit back. Can you get it from this individual, right?
Yeah.
Which is
What are they doing? Man. They on here just spilling the beans on something. I don't really know what they talking about, but when the feds and other agencies get involved and they get a hold of other cases and they gonna piece together what's going on. You don't have to say no names. They'll find out. They'll find out locations. They'll start to understand what you're referencing. They're gonna use this against you in court. Where what were you talking about here, Mr. whatever his name? I'm gonna just say Mr. Jenkins. What, Mr. Jenkins, in this particular interview, what was you saying at this moment? Was you referencing such and such? And no, I wasn't referencing that. And he may not even realize he done said a couple of key words that was pertaining to an incident that he was involved in, and they're gonna piece it all together. So you don't gotta speak too much. The only thing is you shouldn't be speaking at all. It's funny because these are the same people who will get picked up, go downtown. They'll say you had a right to remain silent, and they'll say, I don't want to talk. I need my lawyer. I'm going to stand 10 toes down. And then the first thing they do, they go on a podcast and start talking. What? Without a lawyer. Because I'm guarantee you, if a lawyer was present, he would say, no, don't even say that. Don't even answer that question. Yeah, don't even talk about that. Just move on. I guarantee you they would. But these people, they just come online, they get on these podcasts, and I don't know if they're trying to get famous. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Which is me. Brick hit me and was like, man, they ordered you up. I said, nigga, you about to be ordered up. You get what I'm saying? That was the conversation.
Yeah.
What happened? You get what I'm saying? Our interaction when getting to know each other. So Brick found out what I do, and I found out what he do. You get what I'm saying? So next question.
Meanwhile, none of us know or need to know.
It was wow. Basically, when I called, I said the play, but he know what I'm on. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we argued, I think, when he said I'm about to get ordered up, because I think we had some words.
Yeah, we had some words and stuff like that.
Nigga ordered what? Nigga,
but you probably thought he was coming.
Mr. Baby, what were you referencing when you were talking about ordered up? Okay, we have you on another call, and you're talking about ordered up, and you talking about ordered up in this same instance that you had. I mean, watch. I'm telling you. The feds, they smart. All these code words and other tactics that you can try to use, you putting out little breadcrumbs. That's all they need. They just need the breadcrumbs. They get the breadcrumbs, they pick up on that, and they just go from there. Oh, in this instance, when you was on the phone with this guy and you was talking about ordering up, you was talking about X, Y, and Z. So were you talking about that then on this interview? Oh, no, I wasn't talking about that. Are you sure? Okay, because we got you on another phone call where you were actually saying what ordered up meant. Man, look, they just talking too much. And if you ask anybody from these areas, they be shocked. They're like, man, I just can't believe these niggas is going online talking like this. They can't even believe it. But yet here we are. This type of shit ain't even it. This is just the beginning. This type of shit is going on. It's been going on. And they just compiling evidence on a bunch of people. Just go on YouTube. You can find tons of channels, not only people in California that's former gang members, just guys anywhere. They all talking. They all got these YouTube channels talking about what they did. Oh, I ain't gonna say no names, you know. It was a guy we did X, Y, and Z with, and then that guy ended up getting busted. He said, oh yeah, that guy on that YouTube channel, yeah, check this video out. When he was talking about that time when he ran up on somebody and he, his friend shot somebody. Oh, that was him. Yeah, that was him. You idiot.
Look,
two birds in one stone. Put it that way.
If I get his number from Big Bro, cuz, or however I reach you, I'm like, get me in contact with cuz, boom, 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 boom. So when cuz, I'm like, cuz, they trying to, you know what I mean? I don't know that cuz moving like this. So when I tap in, he's like, man, that's what cuz do. I'm like, oh yeah. And they basically telling cuz the same shit. I'm like, yeah. Oh, that's why they want me to go get it from cuz, because can't nobody else get it from cuz. I'm like, this one, you ain't gonna be able to get back without you gotta come with some cash. You get what I'm saying? But either way it go.
Look at old boy. What's his name? Look how he looking. He like, man. Both of these white dudes like, really? Y'all just talking like this on these podcasts, really? They can't even believe it. Just look at their face. I'm just rewinding. Look, just look at their faces.
So when I tap in, he like, man, that's what Cuz do. I'm like, oh yeah. And they basically telling Cuz the same shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's why they want me to go get it from Cuz, because can't nobody else get it from Cuz. I'm like, this one, you ain't gonna be able to get back without you gotta come with some cash. You get what I'm saying? But either way it go. I get
That's
what you said. Yeah. All right.
So
He's smart enough to know, man, these niggas is crazy. Hey, let them do it. I'm getting the clout off of it. I'm just gonna sit over here and be quiet, let my numbers run up. Hey, if they go to jail, if they get in trouble, it's on them. I didn't say nothing. They was doing all the talking. Lord have mercy. Yeah. What is that, his house or something? It says Brick Baby, Loose Cannon, Big U, and others have been arrested. The rest led by attorneys. I don't know. I don't know if that's his house or something like that. I don't know what this video is. There's a lot of cops around him. I know that. Yellow tape. Back to my article that I was reading. It says Andrew Russa, a special agent with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, files a criminal complaint alleging that members of the Big U enterprise tried to control Los Angeles through violence, far and what? This is a bad written article. Far and intimidation. The criminal complaint alleged that the group relied on Big U's stature and long-standing association with the Rolling 60s and other street gangs to intimidate businesses and individuals to run an extortion racket in LA. At a press conference after the 107-page criminal charges against the rapper and his associates were unveiled on Wednesday, U.S. Attorney Joseph T. McNally said that Big U used his image of a rapper and producer to mask the illegal activities that he and his associates have been carrying out in Los Angeles. He says the facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture, McNally said. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him. He added that the arrests were made to make our community safer and rid our streets of these criminal street gangs, including ones operated by violent felons like Mr. Henley, a widely known leader within the Rolling 60s. The Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips are a Los Angeles-based street gang that originated in the 1970s. They are one of the largest and most notorious Crip sets, primarily operating in South Los Angeles, particularly in the Hyde Park area. The Rolling 60s gained national attention due to their conflicts with rival gangs, including the 8 Trey Gangsta Crips. Wow. Rolling 60s, 8 Trey Gangsta Crips. Let me see something real quick.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Annabelle Sedano. A big announcement from federal authorities today about the Rollin 60s neighborhood Crips gang in South LA. Detectives have arrested multiple people, but they're still looking for others. NBC4's Alex Rosier joins us live from downtown LA with the latest. Alex.
Annabelle, yes, the feds have arrested a number of people, accused Rollin 60s gang members who they say are connected to this crime ring. But today they talked a whole lot about one man who they say is a longtime leader of the Rollin 60s gang, a man they are still looking for right now, Eugene Henley Jr. Federal prosecutors say Eugene Henley Jr. is a longtime leader of the Rollin 60s Crips gang. But in recent years, he's worked in entertainment and run a youth charity that the acting U.S. attorney now says was a front for his criminal enterprise.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Henley Jr. is now a fugitive. The feds say he committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder of an aspiring rapper.
Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway.
And investigators say he committed crimes while running his charity Developing Options. The nonprofit, seen here on its website, works with groups like the Crenshaw Rams youth football team and brands itself as a group that gives underprivileged kids options beyond gang violence. And now he's accused of taking money meant for that group.
Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and
the criminal complaint says since about 2015, Developing Options has received millions of dollars from the city of LA's GRID program. From that, the court documents say.
First, I'm gonna play this clip. It just popped on my timeline. This one is probably old, but I got one after I'm gonna play this one. It's just said, Big U makes a series of videos pleading his innocence before he turns himself in. But this first one, it's only like a minute or so. It's showing where Whack 100 revealed he texts Big U's wife, trying to warn her that the feds were looking at Big U. Now, how the hell would Whack 100 know the feds were looking for him?
That nigga, and that's the Big U wife. What's the date of that, Remo?
All right, so yeah, after you got that message.
Huh?
After you got the message, you hit up Big U's wife. You said, "Sis, 911. 1 sec, let me get Solo." You gave him a heads up.
What I tell him?
You said, "1 sec, let me get Solo. He needs to leave. Bad." In caps, all caps. He needs to leave.
I said so bad, right?
Yeah, full bad.
What the 600 saying this shit is 4 Rollin 60 telling on it.
All right, so Whack, let me ask
you this. So that's what the 4 bad means.
What you talking about, nigga? You little brain
Let me
nigga.
ask you this,
Where you
Whack.
niggas go to talking, nigga? Because if a nigga wouldn't... Now, I just sent you a clip. Play the clip. You gonna hear the people saying, don't say nothing. Don't tell nobody nothing. Don't say nothing. So which one you want? If he wouldn't have said nothing and y'all found out nigga knew, you would say what? Why you didn't say nothing?
No, we're not.
All right, now this one right here is Big U. Says makes a series of videos pleading his innocence.
This is my last video before I turn myself in. I'm with my family.
What's up, Chanel?
Talk to my sons. I talk to everybody, man. I'm just saying, going to deal with this fight, see what it is. I just want y'all to know. All this stuff is quagmire. Shit is all bullcrap. I just need y'all prayers. I need y'all to... I don't even know what to say. Now, in 21 years, I've elevated my family. Come back. Sit in here and write and do what I need to do until I can come back home. People are supposed to help me. I hope you help me. If you can't, you don't. Don't worry about it. A lot of stuff y'all hearing is straight trash. And I appreciate the love and I appreciate the people who've been helping me. don't know. It's hard helping black people and not being hunted for doing it.
First Street, it might be to, I don't know if it's to the right or the left.
Reach out to anybody who can help me, y'all.
You hear me?
Help my own family. Appreciate y'all. Go. I'm looking at this video as I come in to turn myself in, and I'm disheartened by the fact that they trying to say that I stole something from Developing Option, or I used Developing Option as a front. Developing Option paid my bills. They paid my house note. They paid the bills for my family, the money I made from as an employee for Developing Option. I never mixed that with nothing. I didn't manipulate nobody. I didn't steal nothing. We did PPP loans. We did 2 loans. And that's it, just like everybody else did. I didn't use no fraud. I didn't get none of fake names. And one of them we was paying back and one they forgave. You know what I mean? And the other one we attempted for and they didn't give us nothing for it. I filed my taxes and them coming around telling me I was using Developing Option as a cover. Cover for what? None of that's gonna be true. None of that's gonna be true. The government putting this big ass picture, they gonna arrest 21 dudes. Some dudes I don't even talk to. I don't even know nothing about. So how the hell you gonna lump me in with all them? But it's all the big picture though. It's all the big picture. Now I'm gonna be sitting in here, it's gonna be years out of my life. Then you going to get dudes who I don't even talk to. What they gonna say? You ruining people's lives. I heard it's over 21 people that's been arrested. This shit wrong. It is what it is. Church, just pray for me. Just pray for me.
But that's kind of what they do. They get people who are associated with the associates, and they just say stuff just so they can get out of a jam. Who you want? Who you need? You need the big fish? Okay, cool. Who is the big fish? Okay, I'll tell you. Even though they could just be making this shit up. But it sounds good to these people, so they're going to run with it. And if they got a little bit of evidence on it, they're going to make it stick to you. This is what they do. This is how they operate. I ain't going to talk too much.
For me, pray for my family. And you look at what we did. You look at what I did. I've been home 21 years. It ain't over, though. That's what it's not. Blessings. I'm looking at all these charges on the news. I'm headed back to LA. And then I'm looking at the people they arrested. How you gonna go arrest people that I don't even talk to? That's a built-in liar right there. You know what I mean? So, is that how they gonna work the case? Everybody know I don't fuck with Cannon. Everybody know I don't fuck with Brick Baby. So if you went to arrest certain dudes, and put them next to me, them is the dudes you gonna have that call themselves turning against me. Well, ain't no turning against me. I ain't going for that. You might as well go get 600 and whack. These dudes been saying I did shit all year. So what they doing is, they go on the internet, and these dudes say that I did shit on the internet. Then when you say I did on the internet, they go investigate it. Now you raiding my houses, raiding my shops, raiding all this stuff. And talking about I'm committing crimes and covering up with Developing Option. What crimes am I committing to cover up with Developing Option? You know what I'm saying? I ain't committed no crimes and covered nothing up with Developing Option. This shit crazy. But this how they get you. They get 1 or 2 people to say something. Ain't gonna be no real evidence. Ain't gonna be no real nothing. It's gonna be a repeater thug. It's gonna be a bunch of people in jail for a bunch of different crimes that don't have nothing to do with me. They finna lump all of us up and say it's all the Rolling 60s. Watch and see. We just seen it with Thug. I'm finna experience the same thing out here. I knew it was coming. Now they on there saying all this stuff to assassinate my character. All right, man. Just pray for me. And again, they can do any one of us. It ain't nobody safe with these dudes. If these dudes feel they want you, how they going around talking about somebody's gonna raid my house before my house get raided? How they there with the police? And y'all sitting there following them. Everybody that's a part of them shows, and 100 shows, and all them shows, and y'all need to, everybody who following them, promoting them, anything. Y'all wrong. Y'all ain't black. And y'all show ain't for our people. They can put charges against anybody.
I'm a keep playing. I ain't gonna talk too much, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. I've been in trouble before. The Texas Rangers came to my house. And when I tell you, when they got you, they got you. Just being honest. When they got you, they got you. When the Rangers came to my house, opened up the door, told me to go sit on the couch. I was still living I was like, 20, maybe 19, 20 at the time, 21. Still at the house with my parents. Said, go sit on the couch. They went back there and knocked on my parents' door, told them to get up, go in the living room. Told my brother, knocked on his door, told him to get up, go in the living room, hand me some paperwork. They got everybody information on there, what they do, what jobs how much they make. I mean, it was all kind of shit on this paperwork. I'm not lying to you. Then when they take you downtown, it ain't nothing that they don't got on you, bro. I didn't even talk to him, but I'm telling you, what I was seeing, it wasn't even no point to talk. They had my ass, bro. Period. These people just don't come for nothing. So when I say you don't even gotta talk and they got you, but these people going online, they doing videos, making little clips, going on these specific shows that you think these people not watching these shows, watching these YouTube channels, seeing what type of people is gonna pop up on there and what type of breadcrumbs they're gonna drop about other cases that they've been trying to solve. And you just gave them a little bit of clue, even though nobody picked up on it. But since that they is working on a certain case, and you said this one little thing, and they you know what? You just making it easy for him. So even though he's saying he didn't talk to these people or whatever, they was talking about you. They are associated with you. So they gonna tie you to them. Look, the person who told on us was doing dirt with us and turned us in. It was obvious he did it. Because I never said nothing. But from what they showed me, I knew exactly who said it and why they said it. Because they didn't want to go down by themselves. So they probably got some type of a deal, turned us in, gave up the big fish, and got to enjoy his life. And that's what he's doing today. But hey, I'm not mad about it. I'm free. I'm good. It is what it is. I'm right here on X and on other platforms doing a podcast. I'm not bitter about it. It's okay. I let it go.
So this is gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was that.
What's up? You say you didn't think I was doing it live tonight? Yeah, I just came from Little Rock, bro. I was tired. I took a nap. I started not to do it, but I'm like, man, let me just try to be as consistent as I can. because I didn't really have too much to talk about, but this came across my, and like I say, I don't know that much about it. I know more people in the area know more about this than I do. That's why I would rather for some of these people, if they know more about it, to come on, like you see at the bottom, if you want to join, you can hit join. You can type join in the comment section. I can, you can talk to me, and maybe I can ask you some questions. What you mean, Chanel? You said meaning they already have a case on you? I don't even know what you're referencing. I missed that part. I'm kind of late on these comments. Jules say, yeah, if it's the feds, they usually seal tight with having a concrete. Yeah. When they show up, they're not just showing up on some speculation, bro. That's just what it is. They're not just showing up on some little bit of information that somebody dropped on them. They're not just doing that. When they pull up, they pulling up. When I came out the house, it was cars all around my house, even on the block behind my house, because the way my house was, if I wanted to, I could bust out the back door and hit another street, another block. They was all on that. They didn't care, bro. I wasn't going to run. I'm not that type of individual. To be honest with you, when I was doing the shit, I was like, when you doing bad shit sometime, you kind of know in the back of your mind, it's a possibility I could go down for this shit. And they know that, and you kind of accept that fact of that. You do. Because I did. I was like, bro, it's a big possibility that I could go down for this shit. You know what? It is what it is. I'm going to move on. Hey, if they get me, they get me. I'm going to keep getting this money until the end. That's those type of individuals. You start to have this mindset, like if they give me, they give me. But right now, I'm going to keep getting this money. What's up, dog?
Was actually with the police when they raided my house. He's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about whack. Whack, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all filed. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what these niggas saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of this fuck shit. If you had something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets. Wack said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He working with the FBI. The FBI.
Now don't get mad at the people who hitting the like button, bro. Get mad at Wack. Get mad at the folks that's going online telling y'all business. That's the source. People who hitting the like button, they just hitting the like button because they like content. They want to enjoy themselves while they going to work. They passing time. And these people giving them exactly what they want. Don't get mad at them. Get mad at the source. Man, yeah, I think he's talking about Wack 100. What's up, Dark King?
Man, is the chickens coming home to roost?
I guess so, bro. When you go online and you start talking the way that they be talking,
oh man,
you didn't put yourself in a bind. I don't understand it, man. You know, it was just a matter of time for all this stuff to happen. They've been talking on these podcasts and their own personal YouTube pages for a while now. So it's just a matter of time before this stuff really hit.
Oh man. Oh man, if I was in that man's shoes, I'd be feeling sick right now. They finna send me up the river.
Man, look. Shit.
Ooh.
Because they about to send him up the river. You heard him. He say you're gonna be sitting down for at least a little bit. Because you know how they do. You're gonna have to sit down and while they going through this case, you know how that shit go.
His brother gonna be playing basketball in Pelican Bay.
Shoe program, nigga.
And I don't mean to crack jokes on him. I hate to see any brother go
Right.
When they get you, man, they get you.
Right.
Thank goodness I ain't never had no case against me or whatever, but I didn't, man, when the feds come and get you, and they wait too, they wait for years to build a case up on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just reading about how they do and how they convict people, they got over what they say, a 98% conviction rate.
Yep.
That means they've been stacking the case on you for
They be
years. They let you
stacking it,
do
bro.
what you do on the streets. They let you do. Don't think it's not going, it's not under surveillance.
Mm-hmm.
They watching you. And they got, you got people in your circle telling. So, man,
You got
I would
Smooth
be feeling
G.
sick.
Smooth G from Twitter, he's saying they shouldn't be online talking street politics. Facts, bro. That's the
Yeah.
issue. People getting on it telling their business. People done got too comfortable telling their business. Now, look, when you come on here and you tell your business maybe about relationships and stuff like that, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you start talking about criminal activity, come on, bro. These be the same people, like I said earlier, will get in front of some cops and they'll say, well, you had a right to remain silent. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that. I need my lawyer. I ain't talking. But then you go on a podcast and start talking. It don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? They crazy, bro. They crazy.
Man. Woo.
I don't know what we're gonna do with these people, man. You know what? I'm gonna just play this little part right here.
You gonna learn
I'm
today?
just waiting to see.
They're gonna learn today. What you say? My bad. Go ahead. What you say?
No, I was just it was a lot of speculation that, brother had his hand in Nipsey's death and all that. It was a lot of speculation circulating on the internet about that and whatnot. So I wonder if that's gonna be thrown in there.
I don't know. They were saying
Woo.
something about him being tied to another death where he
Right,
got rid of a
another
body
rapper
or
or something like
something.
that.
Yeah. Like I
But
said, I haven't
just
been
imagine.
keeping up with a lot of this Los Angeles stuff because when I talk to people on
Right.
Twitter, like they really know, like they got more of an insight because they didn't listen to the music, they've been in the culture, they've been around these people, they know some of them, so they more involved into it. And when you talk to them, they can give you more insight. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Right. Yeah, man,
like
these dudes, they get real comfortable on these platforms, man, telling what they done did, and you know what I'm saying? It just blows my mind. But it's like, can you fault these platforms? These dudes going on here voluntarily, bro.
right.
Voluntarily, bro.
You can't fault them, bro, because they just trying to get their likes up and views and clicks. They don't care. You the fool
And
that's
they
going on there telling your business.
right, like Vlad, man, Vlad TV, man. These brothers be on there just, man, and he be asking police like questions, and I don't
Yep.
get these brothers voluntarily tell them.
They ain't got on no blurry face. They ain't got on no silhouette. You know how most time if you're gonna tell something, you're gonna have that silhouette with the snitch voice. You're gonna have that deep
Right,
voice,
right.
be like, yeah, we went down there, we robbed him, and we shot him 4 times. Shot him in the back of the head. They ain't doing none of that. They like
Right,
sitting right
right.
on camera, like, yeah, man, we went up there and I robbed a nigga and I made him put his hands up. We was on 32nd and McCann Street, and he
Right.
gave us $45, and then after I shot him in the face. It's like, what?
Yeah. Give
You think they
give
ain't
the
coming for
year.
you?
They give the date, the time.
Yeah.
Man, you helping the police close some cold cases.
Yeah, that's why you helping them break the case. They ain't got to do
They
no
been
work. Shit.
right. They've been
Hey,
trying to close this case for years. Thank you.
they like, man, they just forwarding the link to a podcast to each other. There go our evidence right there. Case closed. Check this out. Check this link out. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. You can go ahead and play the vid, man. If I was that brother, I'd be sick with it.
Sick, dog.
FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They going around scaring and intimidating everybody. But y'all sending it around, getting people in trouble. Like y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to help their community. I ain't been nothing but a help to our community. But I guess it is what it is. This the price of being black and trying to help somebody, trying to help your community and do what you can. You just guilty because somebody else don't like you and they can go on the internet and do what the fuck they want to and y'all gonna promote it. It's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in though. Cause I ain't did nothing. This fact is, man, they done went to my house, kicked my houses in, bust my doors down, bust my windows. They calling my son at his football practice, threatening him. You know what I mean? These dudes tagging him. What kind of shit is this? But y'all gonna be rolling with these dudes. And I got this last thing to say. Wack said he was gonna destroy Developing Option, right? So who gonna replace Developing Option? Which one of you fuck niggas in the 60s gonna call yourself coming in? Cause whoever try to come in, y'all the ones that's working with Wack. Believe that. So remove me to get me out the way for somebody else to come in who gonna cooperate. That's what the play is. That's what the whole play is. I'm out. I'm gonna send y'all videos to put up, all of them until they lock me up.
Man, you think they
Hey, this sound like brother saying, "Hey, this shit is bigger than Nino Brown."
Yeah. Facts. Hey, you think Wack got something to do with a lot of this stuff? You think he like I don't know, I guess an informant or like he
I
may
hear
be
a lot of
setting a lot of these
speculation about
guys up?
dude. Yeah, I
Cause
hear a
he's
lot
been
of speculation
online.
about dude.
He's been online on Clubhouse. He got Clubhouse TV.
Yeah,
And if you listen to some of them clips, they be getting into some shit.
I'll say this: I don't know these brothers personally, but I wouldn't be surprised if it come out and it was confirmed that dude be on that. The
I
Whack
wouldn't be
100
surprised
cat.
either.
I would not be surprised
You're
because
right. I
you
wouldn't
know
be surprised.
he would. Dude, he entertaining when I be listening to some of his videos, and you know what I'm saying, be
Yep.
going back and forth and arguing with cats and all that type of shit, man. But I wouldn't be surprised, man. You know what I'm saying, if it came up to be true that he's an informant or whatever's out there about him doing that type stuff. But yeah, man, it definitely seemed like chickens coming home to roost.
You know how this stuff
You hear
play
me?
out. It's like, I'm gonna say like maybe 10, 15 years from now, then all of these little TV specials and stuff will come out and they'll expose how it was a lot of individuals online that really wasn't podcasts. It was just on there to get
Hmm.
folks to come on and
Yeah.
tell on themselves. I guarantee you it's gonna be shit like that where people gonna be like, we always knew there was some Fed shit, but niggas was just
Right.
going on there just talking. And that was a whole tactic by the government just to get people to just rat on themselves on camera.
Right. Right. Right.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It seemed like it seemed like it's a bigger picture than all of this, and they moving certain cats out the way because
Mm-hmm.
it's like, or I don't know how many years they've been building a case up on this guy, but like damn, it seemed like they taking down a lot of people that's in the music industry or
A
whatever. You got
lot.
the Lil Durks, Young Thug just went through his whole little thing for a couple of
Didn't they get
years.
Young Dirk on some shit he was saying in a record too?
Yeah, also, I think don't he got like I think he got a conspiracy to murder type like charge or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, so it's like shit. Damn, who finna be next? They got Diddy on his
Mm-hmm.
whole thing, so it's like man, they tried to get Jay-Z. He was able to, what I'm saying, kill all that speculation of his accuser or whatever, get that removed off his name. But
I
Yeah,
think for
man.
the
How many
longest,
more
so many
slugs?
people got comfortable, coming on wax and saying, crimes
Yeah,
and shit that they did, and nothing happened for a long time, bro. And now all of a sudden, it's
yeah,
like a big thing. Shit that you said on
yeah,
a record or you went on a podcast and said something about that shit coming back to haunt you. Because for a while, it
yeah,
was like people would just get on there and talk about the crimes they did, and we wouldn't even think nothing about it. You like, damn, they said that, but they wouldn't go to jail or nothing. But now you say certain things, and man, they're gonna tie it to a cold case, and bam, there you go.
right, right. Exactly, exactly.
So yeah,
Hey,
I kind of
man.
feel like maybe Wack, he may be. I don't know if he's an informant. I ain't gonna put that out there because I don't want to
Right,
say that about somebody. But
right.
some of these people, probably like Vlad and them, they may have something to do with the government, bro. That may be some
Yeah,
inside type shit.
yeah, Vlad. Man, I wouldn't trust that dude as far as I can throw him, man. I
Hmm.
mean, he be straight up asking police like questions, but it be killing me. Like I said, I can't fault him. These dudes be answering them. They be answering them, man.
And they'll
I've been
do
like,
like 3 or 4
oh
episodes
no.
of that shit. You like, damn, he back on
Right,
here?
right.
Like, who was the guy I was mentioning him earlier? I forgot his name. I know his name. He was involved with the Tupac stuff. Now he up here crying.
Oh yeah, Keefy D.
Yeah,
That
Keefy
cat.
D. Yeah. Like, bro, he all on here crying and shit. I had a clip. I'm like, bro, like, you was on there so many times talking about this case.
He was trying
Tying
to
yourself to it and shit.
he's trying to promote a book.
Why?
And you
Like,
got booked and end
yeah,
up
you
getting
got
booked.
booked.
Straight up.
Facts. Trying to promote a book and got booked. Like, come on, bro.
For real. Now you see he's swearing for God. I ain't do this. I had nothing to do with this. Why?
What was he? They got
And
the
to be
wrong
honest,
man.
right. And you know what, bro? It's crazy to me. I don't think that man had nothing to do with it. But the fact that you was taking credit for this, and this is 30 plus years. Pac been dead, man. 30, was it about 30 years? Damn near.
Yeah.
Bruh. And you was taking credit for this. You was screaming at the mountaintop. You taking credit for this. You had something to do with Tupac murder.
It's
Now
them
they
niggas
booked
who try
you.
to be involved with some shit like, yeah, nigga, I was there too. Nigga, they was shooting at us and this, nigga. Now
Right.
you
Now
done
they
went to
got
jail
you.
for it. Now, it wasn't me. I wasn't even
Right,
there.
right.
Like,
Now
you trying to be
you
involved.
they got you while you a senior citizen. Now you talking about it was just for play. It was just for play. I didn't really do it.
Man, you should have took
Man,
that shit to your grave, dog.
right. If you actually did. I don't think he did, but the fact that you kept on claiming you doing interviews, you trying to promote a book. Okay, you want to take credit for this shit? Okay, we gonna give you credit for it.
Yeah, for real. We gonna give you credit for it. Okay, shit, here you go.
They ain't got no evidence. They don't have nothing. They know they don't have nothing. Can't even place me out here. And they don't have no gun, no car, no Keefy D, no nothing. No,
They got Keefy
everybody
D.
on video but Keefy D. You know what I'm saying? This is wrong, man.
Prosecutors declined to respond
Look at
directly to Davis's new claims. They say their case is strong, and they expect a conviction. Keefy D, emotional about his life behind bars and time away from his grandchildren.
Yeah, I thought I was going to do college with my grandkids. You know, they pretty good athletes. You know, 18 years later, you know what I'm saying, I did everything they asked me to do. Get new friends, stop selling drugs. I stopped all that.
The trial is still nearly a year away,
Except talking.
scheduled to
You
start in
wouldn't stop
February
talking.
of 2026.
I shouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have said nothing. And I'm innocent. And God got my back. And God will see me through this.
Hey, did you see the video of bro Did you see the video of the Keefe D cat? He had a fight with another cat around his age. They showed the video footage in the jail or whatever. He had a
Keefe
fight
D?
another. Yeah, they showed him.
Hold on,
I
let me
guess
see.
yeah, you probably could pull it up. So an officer was walking Keefe D, and I guess the cat he been having some beef with in prison saw him, and he just walked up on him. They got the tussling or whatever right there in front of the prison guards and whatnot. They had to break it up and shit.
And
Two
this was
two
in
old
prison,
cats
you
going
said?
at it. Yeah, yeah.
Damn, I see some images. Let me see if they got a video. Hold on, I'm gonna just put the images up there while I find a video. Is that it right there?
Yeah. And you know what dude said? He was a fan of Tupac. So that's
Oh, so he was getting at him because of that. Oh my God, bro.
I'm like, man, if these two dudes don't sit down somewhere, man. But the Keefe D said dude just been, they've been having an exchange in prison back and forth, dude talking shit to him all the time or whatever. But I don't know if it was true about he did it behind because he was a Tupac fan or whatever. But
So he done went in there and got into all kind of shit. Okay, here you go.
yeah.
Let me see. Let me see.
First, from our 8 News Now investigators, we're seeing video of the fight between the man accused of orchestrating the murder of Tupac Shakur and another man accused of murder, leading to new.
See, he got that label put on him. The man accused of orchestrating. See, should have just been quiet, bro.
Charges for both. Thank you for joining us at 4. I'm Kirsten Joyce.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Now, this upcoming murder trial, we're following it quite closely with this fight now part of the puzzle. David Charnes first with the video from the Clark County Detention Center.
Dwayne Davis has called the Clark County Detention Center home for more than 500 days while he awaits trial for murder. But it's what happened in December that has him facing additional charges.
Surveillance video the 8 News Now investigators obtained shows 53-year-old Roshlyn Hamilton inside this pod at the Clark County Detention Center. He's waiting for a razor when an officer escorts 61-year-old Dwayne Keefe D. Davis back to his cell. The two men start fighting, rolling on the floor for at least 30 seconds before more officers separate them. A sergeant's body camera records as she speaks with Davis in the aftermath.
Did you notice in me? Were you having issues with him?
You just talk a lot of stuff.
When?
That's all it's on.
Who started the fight, him or you?
You did.
Both men are assigned to an intensive protective custody unit because of who they are or who they're aligned with, and both claim the other started it. Another sergeant interviewing the other inmate who's accused of stabbing and killing a man in 2023.
I said, what's up? At first I thought he was greeting me, but he had that look in his face. When he walked up on me, he had his fist balled up.
Video shows both inmates received injuries in the fight, though it appears in the immediate aftermath, an officer's pepper spray did more harm. And in a building with a daily population of close to 3,000, video shows officers may not have even known the high-profile inmate they were dealing with.
I'm good. Who was the other guy? Now that trial for what happened here in December will start in April. It's expected to be rather.
Lord have mercy.
What the fuck, y'all?
Old niggas too. Talking about some old niggas up in here fighting.
Man, I guess he wanted his fade. He wanted his fade. And then what they call it? He wanted his fade.
Yeah, he wanted that fade. Charles, what's up, Charles? I always see him in the comments. He said they don't have any evidence until they pull up the Bladder interview. Is it this you talking about? Laugh my ass off. The Bladder interview? You know what he talking about? You may have to clarify, Charles. I may not know what you're talking about, bro. He said they don't have any evidence until they pull up the Bladder interview. Isn't this what you talking about? Yeah, clarify that for me, man. I don't know.
Somebody said, man, when they were showing that video, I was reading the comments. Somebody said it looked like some WWE shit.
Didn't
with you two locking up.
Chanel say, "Is that a white guy?" I don't know. He look Mexican to
I
me.
think he dude look like he just really light skinned. I think.
You think he did kind of look light skinned to me too. I mean, but he looked like more of a white guy to me too at the same time.
Like a white guy.
Yeah, but now that you say that, it's them.
Look like he got
It's
some
the
black
facial
in
features. Yeah,
him.
he got that nigga nose.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you right. It might be a light skinned cat, bro.
Video shows both
that
in.
might be a light skinned cat, bro.
He just one shade away from being albino.
Mm-hmm. You might be right. It might be just a light skinned cat. Even the lingo, he sound like a nigga.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, dog. These dudes is crazy, bro. They wild for just getting online talking the way they've been talking.
And what
So
do you
I
think we was
suspect
gonna
these
gain from that?
interviews. I don't know. I think they be thinking that they gonna really get some fame and money because they kind of feel invincible. I think they done got so comfortable with this stuff not ending up turning into a bigger issue. So they think, oh, okay,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be something that people gonna go online and want to check out. And then I can get a little clout off of it, maybe start my own YouTube channel and talk about some shit. Or write a
Man,
book.
you done gained and earned yourself a case.
Yep.
That's what you got from this.
Exactly. Ah, man.
And you probably really didn't do it, and they probably ain't got the evidence, but they just got you on all these interviews saying that you did. That's the crazy
Now,
part.
how stupid would that be? You didn't do it, but you out here claiming some shit. Now you in there crying. Man, oh man, they got me. They saying I did it. You said you did it on 20 different occasions. Like,
Right.
I'm
I wouldn't be
exaggerating, but you know.
trying to take no credit for something I know I didn't do or have no hand in. And if I did, I damn sure ain't finna be screaming, I'm gonna take it to my damn grave.
Exactly. I ain't gonna be talking about it. And if I do talk about it, I'm not gonna link me to none of it. I'm gonna always use,
Right.
oh, it was I heard about, it's gonna be that type of
You gotta
situation.
use a lot of
Man,
discretion.
yeah. Man, I heard this is from the streets, man. They saying the guy walked up on him. I ain't gonna never be involved in the story.
All right.
But they just put themselves in it. Oh yeah, I was in the car with him and we rolled up over there. It's like, bro, why? So now you done put yourself on at the scene of the crime. Man, come on, bro. This don't even make no sense.
Oh man. Oh, and then YouTube, man, it's like and that brother look like he about in his late 50s, early 60s.
I think they said he was 51, 53.
Oh,
51 or 53.
man. Talk about the wrong time to be trying to take some credit for that.
Whew.
Even if you did have something to do with it, like I said, I could took that shit to your grave, and you could be out here with your grandkids and all of that good stuff
Yep.
you was talking about.
You heard him say he thought he was going to enjoy his grandkids going to college and stuff. Well, I mean, you ain't doing a smart move, man. When you going online doing that kind of shit, man, think about what you're doing. But it's always a few people that do some dumb shit now. Like I say, these type of interviews, it's probably gonna be less and less. So a lot of this gang activity stuff that's people is pushing or making videos about, that shit finna go down, bro. Cause niggas ain't gonna want to talk so freely like they used to. I guarantee you that. So that type
You
of
know
content
what?
probably gonna dry up.
I don't think it's gonna stop.
You don't
I
think
think they
so?
gonna. I think they're gonna keep on going on these platforms, telling on themselves. Because people just do it. It's just so easy, man. And it's just like it's a new cat. Vlad got on this platform, or one of these other, platforms that be, discussing their criminal activities or discussing a criminal act that happened
Mm-hmm.
and knowing the details about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my homeboy did such and such and this, that, and the third. Shit,
Yeah,
you
you
know.
probably right. They gonna just keep doing it. It's still some fools out there think they finna get away with something, so they gonna keep
No
doing it.
matter right, no matter how many examples you make of certain cats, like we seeing in today's time, no matter how many examples, it's gonna be more and more that's just gonna keep on doing it, or you know, well, they ain't gonna happen to me, or you know, dude was, you know, he was just telling too much.
Mm-hmm.
But dudes be, I mean, dudes be on their own social media accounts telling on themselves.
They be
So
on their own pages telling on
right,
themselves.
right. So sometimes they ain't even a platform. Sometimes they just
Right.
be on their own social media account telling on themselves.
You know what's funny now that you mentioned that, bro? I know people on my Facebook, which is crazy. They go live, bro, and tell their business. They be saying some stuff. I'm like, you saying that? And they don't give
Right,
a fuck, bro. I'm like, man, I can't even believe. I mean, they not like prominent people, but I'm
right.
like, you don't know if somebody's screen recording this or what, and you just
Things people
because you
do
mad.
for right, exactly. The things people do for attention, man, or for clout, it's sad. And it be, you know, young cats too, which I hate to see that, you know, young brothers and sisters doing that type of stuff, man. And it's like, man, you really want that type of attention on yourself?
To be honest with you, I think a lot of them do. They like that. They want to. It's an
Want to be
element.
known for something.
It's a crazy element in our culture of some people who want to be known or associated with some that they really ain't have no parts of. Like if they really went from the streets, you know how some people try to act like they from the streets. It's like an
Right.
element of that, bro. Like where people they want to be involved in that. If they was in close proximity to it, then they gonna say, "Oh yeah, nigga, I remember when we went and sold dope, and we went and they never even sold no dope, or they never
Right.
even went somewhere and made a transaction. But just because they know that person, they gonna try to act like, yeah, or they know how it works, you know, what's the
Right.
procedures, you know, so they think by doing that gives them credibility. So people gonna believe
Right.
them. Oh, okay, yeah. He probably, I bet you he was involved. Okay, you a real nigga. You a real nigga. Like what?
Right.
Yeah, nigga, we put it on the scale, and it's like, man,
Giving all the details.
start giving
Man.
too many details. That's how we do. Yeah, I think you know, I believe you when you say you think it ain't gonna stop. But I think some
Yeah.
people, I think they gonna be like, oh, okay, I don't want to go on Vlad and start talking a certain way. But
It's like
you
it's
right, it's
becoming a
still gonna be
trend.
people doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's becoming a trend. Self-snitching on yourself. It's a trend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know what they trying to get at, but they trying to get at something.
Yeah, man.
Golly.
But yeah, that brother, man, the big U brother, um, whew, it don't look good.
Nah, it don't
It
look
seems like
good.
it do not look good.
It don't look good at all. At all. I don't know. I don't know. You know, those type of cases last for a couple of years. So it may be
Yeah,
a couple of years before he can just be able to freely walk out if he, you know, beat charges or whatever. But I mean, if they basically trying to say he's the leader, then it's gonna be so many
right.
people that's trying to get out of their little 5 and 10 year sentences, and they gonna say whatever, bro.
Yeah,
You know they is, man. They don't give a damn. If especially if they throw the book at somebody and they know him,
right,
oh man,
right.
yeah. What you want on Big U? They gonna sign the paperwork. They gonna tell whatever they need to say. Hell, some of them may even lie and just make up some shit.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, I can help you close a couple cold cases. What
Mm-hmm.
you need?
Oh, y'all want Big U, don't you? Okay. All right, check this out.
Man.
I got this, man. I got, go look up this interview. Somebody was talking all of this
Right,
bullshit.
exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. It's the craziest shit, bro. Craziest shit.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man.
Let
My
me
goodness. I'm waiting for your boy to do it to do his live. You know what I'm
who?
talking about.
Faro?
Charleston White.
Oh,
Charleston
Charles.
White.
Oh
You know
man.
he
Man.
gonna have a field day with this.
Oh, bro, he finna, hey, he gonna act a fool about this. He gonna be
Have a
laughing,
field
making
day.
fun of these niggas.
He's gonna have a field day. You're giving him some more material.
Yep. And I kind of know what he gonna say. He gonna say, man, y'all getting mad at me talking about I'm snitching, but these niggas is telling on theyself. I know he gonna mention some shit like that, bro. I know he is.
He gonna say, I could see bro saying, man, you know they already had a case on him. They were just waiting to come and get him.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a matter of time.
Mm-hmm. And you know it was. You know it was.
I could see Charles saying, shit, you might even see my name on this paperwork.
For real.
I could see
I'll
dude
tell on
saying
the
that
nigga.
shit.
I'll tell on him.
Right. You probably see my name on. I done told some shit on him.
For real. Yep, he don't give a damn, bro. That's funny. Charles
Man.
White.
Yeah, man.
Excuse me. Damn, I spent what, an hour and a half on that shit. I was
Man, that
trying to
went
see if
by
some more
quick.
people wanted to come up. Cause I know I didn't talk to people who's from, Cali and shit. I know they can
Yeah.
talk about it, bro. They can talk
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. It's still a little, it ain't that late over there. What, they about 2 hours behind us?
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
I had
man.
found.
Somebody from Cali can speak on a little bit of this. I see Chanel in the comments.
Yeah,
What's up,
and
Miss Lady Chanel?
it's almost 300 people over there on Twitter. So
Is it?
yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Charles say, these dudes love saying no snitching, then end up on like 50 interviews snitching on themselves. Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. They love saying no snitching. Don't talk to the police. You had a right to remain silent. They don't want us to talk. And then they go online and talk for the whole world to see. It don't make no sense.
Right.
That shit don't make no sense to me, bro. Man, I went in there, nigga. I didn't say nothing to them niggas. And then somebody like Vlad or somebody, man, so the night of February 13th, you went over there and what happened? Man, I shot the nigga in the face. It's like, like, nigga. This shit don't make no sense, bro. They crazy. Man, we robbed a nigga. Yeah, he had on a blue shirt. Man, I remember when he came out the house, man, he had on a blue shirt, white pants, man, and he said, "What y'all doing?" And I said, "Nigga, shut up." And then I hit him over. It's like they done gave a whole fucking scenario, bro.
All the details, man.
All the fucking details, man. This shit crazy. Oh man. Let me move on,
Man.
bro. Who was that guy right here? Just hilarious. Should I do that one? Yeah. Let me go to this other story first, bro. I'm gonna just get that one so I can get it over with. This right here was a case. I seen it on my timeline. Also, it says unsupervised teens were banned from fast food restaurants because of some crazy shit they had going on. I guess it was in there causing issues and tearing up
Oh,
these businesses. You heard about this?
no, I haven't heard about this. I did want to say though, did you hear
Go ahead.
an update about they have a suspect about them twins who they
No.
who proclaimed that they were that they committed suicide up in the mountains. They got
Uh-uh.
a suspect. I saw a brief video on Willie D live or whatever on one of
And
his
he was saying
videos
there
or
was an
whatever.
update on the suspects. Let me see.
Yeah, they have a suspect, and it was a white guy.
What, you sure it wasn't the guy who they arrested about the photos?
It could be that too. I didn't click on it. It just said a suspect, so it could have been the guy who took photos or whatever. But from his title though, I'm just going off his title. It said a suspect about them related to them
Made in
twins.
connection. Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
I
so
see it. And I seen the picture, but I think it's the guy because I saw that. I think it was the dude who took some photos of the bodies.
okay.
We can look at it real quick because I can always just edit this stuff out. It ain't no big deal. Let me just get this off the screen real quick. Now this clip that I'm finna play is from Willie D Live on YouTube. It's titled "Arrest Made in Connection with Deaths of Georgia Twins." Let's see.
Deaths, a murder-suicide, though there hasn't been an official ruling and additional forensic tests are still pending. The family also spoke out, stating that they definitely do not believe it was a homicide-suicide, as the boys were not known to be homicidal or suicidal, and the boys generally got along. They looked after each other. In fact, one uncle said he had never known them to even have a fight. Sounds suspicious? You damn right it sounds suspicious. But wait, there's more. The plot thickens. They got a firefighter, a volunteer firefighter, who ended up getting arrested because he shared images of the boys' death scene. He shared images of the boys' death scene. He shared images of their bodies, dead bodies. What was he doing up there? He's a firefighter. There's no fires up there going on. What is he doing up there at the top of that mountain? Yeah. So this guy named is Scott Curling. He's 42 years old, and he was charged with misdemeanor obstruction after being accused of taking images of the death scene and publicly sharing them. He's since bonded out and been fired. I don't know how he was fired if he's a volunteer. Maybe they just, if somebody's volunteering, maybe you just tell them, get lost. But anyway, that's the way they wrote it in the report, that he was fired. This is definitely foul play. Here's something to think about. Georgia Bureau of Investigations are the same organization that investigated the death of Kendrick Johnson and ruled it a suicide. A very suspicious death. But they were quick to rule it a suicide. Remember in my last video about this case, I said usually when authorities are quick to rule something a suicide or a murder-suicide, typically it's more like a murder cover up. Typically, it ain't suicide at all. Now, is that incompetence? Sometimes it's incompetence, but sometimes it's complicity. That's right, I said it. Sometimes it's complicity. Sometimes authorities are quick to sweep a case under the rug because they don't want to use their resources to investigate. Other times, they are quick to sweep it under the rug because they're incompetent. And then you have those times when they are involved themselves. They or someone they know is involved in the case. And this happens a lot in small towns. In a small town, if you are a member of law enforcement and someone commits a crime, you're more likely to know that person personally. And depends on how small that town is, you're more likely to be a personal friend of that person or a family member. So if that person commit a crime, you ain't gonna handle it like you would handle a normal crime. In fact, fam, when's the last time you heard about a police officer turning in his brother or his cousin, his dad, his mama?
Yeah, he right. But you know, like the dude was arrested because he was taking pictures. But I mean, that could be
Yeah,
suspicious
yeah,
activity as if he was maybe know somebody
absolutely.
else involved and that because
Right.
I always think about that thing about those killers that like souvenirs and shit. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
Right. He
So
could be more connected, or he can have definitely can be more connected to this situation. Why are you showing photos of these young men's body, or having it on you like that? So
exactly.
yeah, you definitely you definitely put yourself on the radar to be a suspect, I would think, or have some type of knowledge, or something.
I just gotta I don't know why these
I
damn
wonder, was he the one that found the bodies, took the photos, and then called authorities or something?
could
Ain't no
have. That's
telling.
why I was saying it was suspicious that somebody found the body so fast. Like, why wouldn't
Right.
they? You know, because most of the time when they find people like in the woods or something, that should be late. Them folks been dead for months or weeks and shit like that. But this dude
Hmm.
found them so quick.
Right.
Yeah, who knows, bro? But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back real quick. I'm gonna go back to that Big U
Okay.
whole incident because I just seen something else come across my timeline, and it was the excerpts from the indictment. And it says some interesting allegations. This is from DJ Academics. It says a lot of basketball players were getting extorted for protection. Wiretap calls exist where the leader is telling people to commit crimes against WAC 100 and others. And I'll read it and, we can chime in. Let me read the comments real quick. Miss Paradise say, good topic. I wonder how they know he had pics. I know. Those pics, he probably sent them to maybe a friend. Now, I wonder if he posted them online, which I don't, that would be
That would be
stupid.
very stupid.
That
Very
would be
stupid.
stupid. You know what I'm saying? I suspect that he probably sent them to somebody else in the department, whether it be police or fire or whoever, but they know.
I guess white folks snitch on themselves too.
Yep.
Huh?
Hold on, somebody just popped in. Somebody named Vlad. What's up, Vlad? What's up, Vlad? Oh, he disappeared. For a minute, I thought that was Vlad TV. I was like, damn.
Right. I'm finna say we got Vlad on here.
I'm
Hey,
finna
I'm
say,
finna say, Rod,
damn.
shut this bitch down. Shut it down. Vlad on it.
Nigga,
Shut
we
this
going to
bitch down.
jail
Have a
now.
good
Y'all
night.
finna go to
Right.
jail today.
Right.
That nigga like, yeah, nigga, I'm finna get y'all niggas too. Y'all want to get on here and slander me and my podcast, nigga? Y'all finna go to jail.
I've been like, good night.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! Oh
Hey,
man.
words of Willie D, no more talk.
Facts. No more talking.
No
Come
more
on back
talk.
up here, Vlad, man, if you had something to say, bro. I think he kind of froze because I seen his picture down there. I don't know if he froze and got scared or what. Maybe he was just clicking on something because I did post a link on these other little platforms. Maybe he just was like, oh, hell no. You know, some people, they get on there and they think, damn, I changed my mind. I really don't want to be on camera or I don't want to be seen. But yeah. Yeah, let me go back to this real quick. Like I said, it said that these were excerpts from the indictment. Said it was some interesting allegations. A lot of basketball players were getting extorted for protection. Wiretap calls exist where the leader is telling people to commit crimes against WAC 100 and others. Let's check it out. Let me read it. 6/22/2022. Robinson told victim 1 that it was necessary to have a firearm when hanging out with Henley. On 7/9/2022, Henley recounted to victim 1 an incident in which Henley and Rolling 60s gang members chased down WAC 100, attempting to hurt him. There's 15 to 20 niggas with us with hoodies tied down. I got my hoodie on, all black tied down. She like, boom. She jumped in the car, paid for UI. What's UI? I know what UI is. And then took off. Boom. This nigga screaming. My wife draws. Oh, let me go. I can't see with this stuff on the screen. Let me get this off. My wife draws. I see you, Eugene. I see you, Eugene Henley. I see you. He's screaming all that. He's got his blower, his blower out, but he's fucked up because nobody's around. We like, bitch ass nigga. I'm like, yeah, bitch ass nigga. He like, die here, man. Don't do this. My wife, my kids in that car. Draws. Don't do this. He's screaming. Robinson told victim 1 that Henley could not be patted down at a club because he would be armed. Okay, I gotta keep reading more so I can fully understand because I'm not understanding. 11/2022. In multiple calls, Henley recounted sending someone to Minnesota to collect several $100,000, of which he admits to taking a cut, from a current NBA All-Star. This debt is purportedly collected on behalf of someone who Henley refers to as Jew Boy. Lord have mercy. Somebody just popped back up. Vlad. What's up, Vlad? 11/22. In multiple calls, Henley sending someone to collect several $100,000. What's up, Vlad? I think he behind. He kind of lagging. I think you got a bad connection, Vlad. That's why you kind of lagging. You kind of behind us.
What's up?
What's up, bro? What you got? What you got to say? Yeah, he is delayed. I think you got a bad connection, Vlad. That's why you kind of lagging.
Damn, bro. That's that hurt.
Yeah, we want to hear from you, bro. I mean, like, I'm trying to see what
Maybe
you
you
got to
should
say.
maybe you should drop off and come back in.
Man, I just wanted to chime in about man. Yeah, my connection horrible or something, man. I'm gonna have to come back.
Okay.
That's that hurt.
Yeah, go ahead and come back, bro. Just keep trying it. If you can get on some Wi-Fi or something, that'll be better for us.
Man, I just wanted to chime in about man.
Yeah.
Yeah, my connection horrible or something, man. I'm gonna have to come back.
And if you got some earbuds or something, try to put those in, bro. That'll help out
And
too.
also too, if you got a
Yeah, my
laptop
bad,
or
man.
PC,
I'm gonna come back.
phone,
Go ahead and come back, bro. Just yeah, I think he want to come on here. Just do what you gotta do, bro. Yeah, if y'all ever want to get on here, man, you know what I'm saying? It's probably best to either be on some type of Wi-Fi or a laptop. Cause I know that I think that helps out a whole lot when people try to come up.
I don't know what it is with like phones. It's this particular site or whatever. It
Mm-hmm.
don't do well with phones. So a laptop or PC would be your best option.
Right. If I had StreamYard, it'd probably be better with the phones. I ain't never used StreamYard. I kind of like to
Yeah,
be different.
StreamYard. Yeah, I mean that's cool, man. It's your platform.
Yeah. I might give it a shot one day, but I think if anything, I'm gonna end up just going to OBS because I got that too. I just gotta
Okay.
finish setting it up because I got a couple of setups on there, but you know, I'm like, damn, I've been doing this one for so long. I just want to stick with what I know, but I know eventually I'm gonna have to go to the OBS. I know how to set it up. I just it
Yeah.
takes a little bit more detail to do it. You know, with this one, I already got it's kind of got a little presets and stuff, and I know how to work it a little
Hmm.
bit, so I'm not really tripping too bad.
Yeah.
Let me continue. Says 11/7/2022 in trying to intimidate a car shop owner into agreeing that Henley had paid the full amount he owed. Henley had actually paid less than half. Henley recounted that he had obviously paid the entire amount because he had just done a robbery and gave all the proceeds to the car shop owner. He then told Martin. What is going on? I don't really know what I'm reading. I mean, I'm just reading it. He then told Martin to get the owner on the phone and that Henley would kill the shop owner. Lord have mercy. 11/15/2022. In talking to a former NFL Pro Bowler, Henley stated that he was going to beat the shit out of witness 2 for starting shit between Henley and WAC 100 on 11/22/2022. Speaking to someone in jail, Henley said he always had two blowers on him. He obviously talking about weapons. On the same day, he said speaking to the same person, Henley stated he was going to charge someone in federal prison $6,000 for a phone. This nigga is just strong arming people, bro. God damn. The next day, Henley stated he would pay people $50 each to beat someone up. If they got this kind of shit on him, he might as well hang it up. That same day, Henley recounted people paying people to mess up a store that refused to give him a discount. My God. Now he beating up people who refuse to give him a discount. He gonna pay people to mess up a store that refuse to give him a discount. He gonna pay people $50 each to beat someone up. Then he charged somebody $6,000 for a phone. This shit don't sound good. Henley told someone that they needed to hang OG Crip Cuz and that he needed to be disciplined thoroughly for a violation of cripping. Now you sounding like a Rico.
Wow. Wow.
That sound like some Rico shit. You leading people now. Yep.
Yeah,
He fucking up, bro.
you sound like a leader.
Yep. $6,000 for a phone, beating people up that don't give you a discount. That shit does not sound good. That shit does not sound good. On January 3rd, 2023, Henley described tooling up with a firearm even when he goes to Crip neighborhoods. Wow. Henley told someone that same day in prison he was buying 6 phones that could be smuggled in and sold for $1,000 a piece. 2 days later, Henley told someone that another person was a rat and done. And done? That don't sound. That sound like you want to get rid of somebody.
Man,
Anyway,
that
go
definitely
ahead.
sound like I'm saying that definitely sound like that's coming from somebody in your circle.
Don't it?
That, within your circle. So that's telling all the details of, what I'm saying, what you've been doing, and wow, you've been terrorizing your own community or just
See
in the city.
now that's one of the things that really bothers me, bro. Like you doing all this tough shit, but bro, you terrorizing your own people. Like that should
Right.
it just does something to me. It's like, dog,
And I
you
didn't
gonna
I didn't
terrorize
seen
your own
this
people?
right. And I didn't seen this, this brother been labeled as a community activist and, you know, all
Mm-hmm.
these positive things, supposed to be a Muslim, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he?
That's what I've heard him say. Actually, Willie D did an interview on him not too
And he was
long
talking
ago.
about he was a Muslim.
Yeah, and he was talking about just talking about things as far as the black community, how, what I'm saying, is um how we turn on each other and do this, that, and the third. And he did, I will get to his credit, he did speak on things of, what I'm saying, how he was a knucklehead and stuff like that, and he was coming up in the streets and, what I'm saying, active gang member at that time. But, now he changed his life around and he an activist now and, you know, but me personally, I wasn't buying it. But now you got this case on you, just further confirmed, all that was bullshit. You still was a
Absolutely.
shot caller. You a leader, you know what I'm saying, of one of the most known Crip gangs in Cali. I me personally, I would suspect you still got some ties and you still calling some shots.
That's what it sounds like. It
And you
sounds like he's still involved in criminal activity.
right, but just mask it under community
Mm-hmm.
activists.
And which is gonna really be
Criminal
a bad sign
activity,
for other
but you're
people.
community activists. That's
Right.
it. Just mask it with community activists.
Which is really gonna put like a bad stain on other folks who really is doing the work, but they may,
Yeah,
kind of get that label like, nah, this is a thing. Like this is what y'all do. Y'all cover it up by saying you're a community activist, but you really got a bunch of other bullshit going on.
criminal activists.
Right. Criminal activist for real.
For real.
Real talk. The next line says, Henley again described needing to beat the shit out of Whack 100. Henley described threatening to kill Grape Street Crips. Henley described being the hunter of the rolling 60s and having paperwork on individuals. Henley told Robinson he was going to break Victim One's jaw. Henley stated he was going to break the jaw of a business manager who worked for a former NBA MVP. Now, damn, a former NBA MVP? He was going to break the jaw of a business manager? Is that Shaq? Because didn't they try to tie Shaq to this shit? Like he
Yeah, I
was
heard
shooting
some things
dice
about
or
that.
something like that?
Yeah, man, ain't no telling, man. This cat probably got a long, nice little history of things he done did, and like we were saying earlier, man, the feds when they come for you, they come for you because they got a nice lengthy case on you that they've been
Yep.
building for years.
Yep.
It wasn't going to seal the deal until everything is aligned, everything is official. Now they ready to, ready to slam you.
Yep. Because they get so much on you, they like, man. And in the meantime, while they making sure they got a tight case, you still doing goofy shit.
Right.
Well, we'll just add that on. We'll just pile that in there too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all
Making
they
it
be
making
doing,
the case stronger.
making it stronger. They already got you on one thing. Now, in the meantime, you done held up a store, talking about somebody got to give you a discount, talking about killing Grape Street Crips. You know, you just piling on
Yeah.
to bullshit, bro.
Right, man. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, somebody in this circle was definitely an informant or infiltrator or whatever or turncoat.
Hmm.
Somebody close in his circle or close to him.
And what they don't realize, that type of shit shows their character. You know, like if they was
Yep.
to bring a character witness in and speak on what type of individual you is, but now they got all
Right.
these other instances of you threatening people and strong arming people. So if they make a case about you being a ringleader, then this just strengthens the
Hmm.
case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It goes on to say Henley described the modus operandi of the Big U enterprise, which included robbing individuals but not taking everything from them so that they could continue to work, be robbed, identify other robbery targets, and buy their stolen things back from the Big U enterprise.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So you gonna be right up. You gonna be right in there next to Suge
I'm
Knight.
telling you, that's what it sounds like, don't it?
You just like
You
you picked
right.
up where he left off.
For real. And you know they really gonna try to throw the book at you because you claim that you was an activist, but you really
Right.
just you adding on to the street terrorism and all of that old kind of shit.
Hmm.
You just adding on to it, but you claiming that you're not like that. So
Right.
yeah,
You know, it's
Henley.
funny too in that interview that Big U did with Willie D. He said that he had a conversation with Suge Knight and Suge was kind of like informed, just kind of giving him some game on like he's like, man, you know they gonna blame you for that, that Nipsey Hussle death. They gonna blame you for that. And he didn't believe him. He was just like kind of blowing him off. And then when he said he started receiving a lot of accusations and shit, and he was like, man, Suge was right. People start blaming me for that shit, you know, amongst other things.
Was Nip under Big U?
They under that he was a rolling 62, as far as my understanding, Nipsey. But they had a little
Did Big U have a label? Was he like under
um
his label or managing him or something like that?
I know it was told that they had a little conflict some time ago when Nip was alive or whatever, and it was some story about they had an issue over some music equipment or whatever, you know, and Big U came over to Nip's house or whatever to take him on a ride so he can get what they call DP discipline. I guess
Mm.
that's one of the gang terms or whatever and um, they got into it. His brother Black Sam, they say dude was like kind of, what I'm saying, beating on both of them until Black Sam, him, Nip, his father, and his brother, or whatever, until Black Sam came out there, and, what I'm saying, and let off a couple rounds in the air, like, what I'm saying, to kill this shit, to break it up or whatever. So that's the story that I've heard, what I'm saying, as far as on the internet and them speaking on it and whatnot. So, and this was eons ago, I think, before Nip like really blew up like that. But that was a story or whatever. So, but it's always been speculated that they've always had there's been some type of tension or some type of conflict or whatever. And dude spoke on this too, about it, Big U. So he said it was never, it was never like that. We just had that one little incident, that was it, and we was back cool or whatever, as he's tell it. But a lot of people in they or in their circle or their neighborhood said that nah, their relationship wasn't like that. It was like they was saying that Big U was jealous of him, seemed to be jealous of him because he coming around, what I'm saying, the jewelry, the foreign whips and shit like that. Like really dude is really getting money, You know what I'm saying? And the young niggas, the young G's is looking up to Nip like, man, he really getting the money out this rap shit. And you know, making it seem like Big U didn't, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't liking that because he's supposed to be the big homie or whatever what they call
Mm-hmm.
it. So, but just seemed like it was a lot of jealousy and envy, you know what I'm saying, in their relationship. So it was said. So, but yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. It's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? What happened to that brother, um, Nip, that is, and yeah, now this is going down with Big U catching this case or whatever. So I'm just surprised that I'm not gonna be surprised if they throw that in the mix about his death. Did he had any ties to that shit? So, but I'm pretty sure whoever was close to him, that's an informant that got them all round up right now, will have some intel on that too. Time to that. That'll really seal his fate. If you had something to do with that, with Nip's death, or setting him up or something like that, yeah, it would really be over.
At this point, I wouldn't be shocked when they said that he had something to do, because they said that the
Right.
other guy who he discarded a body, didn't they say that was his artist, one of his artists?
Yeah. Mentioned that it was supposed to be an artist of his, Big U that is. So
See, now that's crazy, bro.
yeah,
That's wild.
but seemed like dude was, you know, he was doing a lot of grimy shit behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, in front of cameras, you know, coming off as, you know, I'm a change man, I'm a activist, and I do positive things in the community and whatnot. But you know, you still got them street ties and still doing, you know, grime shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you see how all this play out, man. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, we gonna find out. Miss Paradise say the whole hip hop industry being Rico. You damn right. They going after
Yeah,
everybody.
that's what it seemed like. It sure
This
the
shit is
hell
gonna
do.
be a big, big thing, bro. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. I think a lot of little rap labels and stuff gonna start getting busted up. I think this is gonna be a big, big thing. You know what I'm saying? Even these little smaller ones that maybe we don't all know about, that's like popular in certain cities. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That people know these certain. I think all of this shit just gonna start getting busted up.
Hmm.
I really do. Charles says, I know y'all see my super chat down there. Y'all need to go on hit that super chat, man. Quit playing. Nah. But yeah, man, I got that super chat down there, man. Y'all ever, you know what I'm saying, anybody come on here want to hit that super chat, man, I really would appreciate that. But the folks who've been on here, you know, I'ma fuck with y'all. It ain't no big deal. But Charles say, why would you do all these criminal activities and then draw an eye to yourself by being all in the public on interviews and podcasts? That makes no sense to me. I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know.
The whack 100 cat was saying that Big U had ties to the police. He had you know, had ties to LA police or whatever,
Saying Big
saying
U
that
did?
that he worked with them and he got a special phone or whatever. He was saying a whole bunch of shit about this
Mm.
cat, man, and that was like, damn. He's like, how you supposed to be a community activist or a street dude, but yeah, you work with the police from time to time, and you got this
Bro, I'm gonna
particular
tell you
phone.
the way just what I'm reading right there, that sounds like somebody who could be involved with the police. Because the way he moving, it's like he ain't got no fear. He doing
Right,
shit with like no, he don't
right,
fear nothing. Like he know
right.
he got somebody backing him up, or he got some help,
Hmm.
or some shit like, oh yeah, go ahead and call the police. Shit, I got the
Right.
police in my pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. Shit, I know the motherfucking captain.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and
Had
tell
his
them nigga
personal number.
I extorted you. They not gonna do nothing. So shit,
Yeah.
yeah. Where was I at? Henley asked someone to grab a firearm for him that he left under the tire of a car. Henley discussed with Blanton an individual who was going to be robbed in the near future. Henley discussed sending a message to a dispensary owner that he fucked with the wrong guy. Damn, so he just having issues with people, so he going back. Yeah, that shit sound like some mob shit, bro. Like he walk in there and he just get upset with the store owner, so he like, all right, y'all go in there and rough him up. You know what I'm saying? Just some bullshit. Y'all go in there
Yeah,
and fuck him
man.
up.
It's somebody that's real close to him and his circle, man. This like really some real details, bro.
Very
Like
much so.
your right or left hand man, somebody,
Mm-hmm.
lieutenant or whoever close to you.
Exactly. Somebody right up next to him that been seeing it from
hmm
beginning to the end. And they telling it
Right.
all.
They telling your day-to-day activities, what you
I'm
was doing.
telling you. They got dates on her. How do you know specific dates? I can't even remember specific dates. If somebody was to say, man, what happened on November the 13th? Shit. What day was November the 13th? I don't even remember what was going on that day.
Yeah,
But
what
yeah.
was it? November? Oh, you just saying in general?
Yeah, just in general. Like I
Oh,
won't even know
I thought you
what day of the week that shit was.
right. Well, obviously this person been informing,
Yep.
been reporting to authorities or whoever, been reporting this shit on a weekly basis or however it went down. They been reporting this shit when it happened. Yeah, today's, such and such went in this store and strong armed somebody and extorted them for this, that, and the third.
And
So
that makes sense, bro. What you saying? Because the dates they just got date for date for date for date for date. Yeah, that sound like some
mhm.
informing shit. Like they
Yeah, have
already
you
got
ever
it on a
saw
wiretap.
exactly? Have you ever saw that movie In Too Deep? How Omar
Yeah,
Epps he played
yeah,
he
yep.
played the character and what I'm saying, got in close with the the drug
LL
crew or
Cool
whatever.
J.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. And he was reporting, what I'm saying? He was reporting the activity and shit that he was doing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That got him all caught up. The what he killed his best friend and had the nigga on the pool table,
On the
butt ass
pool
naked.
table.
Right. They
Oh
kept asking
man.
him, Did you have any involvement? You didn't do anything. You didn't
Mm-hmm.
participate in that. You still a cop. You can't participate in that type of stuff." He
Mm-hmm.
said, "No, I didn't." You know, I had to watch it. He couldn't stop it because he can't blow his cover.
You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
Right. You a sellout.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That
Well,
was a
what
good
was his
movie,
name?
bro.
Yeah, it was. What was his name? God.
God, yeah,
God. That's
God.
it.
Yeah.
Dwayne Gaines,
Mm-hmm.
aka God.
They right though. He should have won an Oscar for that. He should have won some type of award for that movie, bro. Because LL did
Yeah, that
play
was a
that
good
part,
movie.
bro. Yeah.
He played that part well. I give
Yeah,
it to
he
him on
did.
that. He did.
Sure did. Yeah, I think I had watched it again like a couple of months ago. I was like, okay. Cause sometimes you kind of forget. I had to refresh my memory. I said that was a
hmm
good ass movie.
Yeah.
But 2/14/2023, Henry recounted slapping Jew boy. Same day, Robinson told Henley that Robinson told Jew boy that he owed them money, that they would allow a payment plan, but if he did not pay, they were going to shut this motherfucker down. God damn. Henley asked someone to grab Henley's blower, which he left on the ground in a blue sweatshirt in front of a tire. Henley and Robinson described other threats and violent acts of the Big U Enterprise. Throughout the Big U Enterprise's extortion of victim, I can't see what they say, of the Big U Enterprise discussed violence and activities to victim one in order to intimidate victim one, something that victim one kept paying extortion fees to the Big U Enterprise. Examples include Robinson told victim one that it was necessary to have a firearm when hanging out with Henley. Didn't I just read that? Henley recounted to Victim One an incident in which Henley and Rolling 60s gang members chased down Whack One. Oh, I already read that. I don't know why they put that on there twice. Yeah, but that sound like that's what it sound like to me, bro. Like you say, it sound like somebody who was giving blow for blow accounts of what was going on. Somebody an
Right.
informant on the inside.
I can see a documentary being made now. Big U
Yep.
Enterprise to Big U Demise.
Man. And the internet is helping taking these fools down.
Man.
That shit crazy, man. Let me where was I going? I was going somewhere else. Oh, let me go and move on. These unsupervised teens in Flatbush. Okay, hold on. I gotta clear some of this stuff off my screen. I got a lot going on. When I started pulling up all these articles and videos, it started getting confusing. So if I have to come back to it, then I just have to come back to it. Now this clip is from Pix 11 News. I'm guessing this is in Brooklyn. It says a Brooklyn
Okay.
neighborhood takes drastic measures to combat teen chaos.
Kids run in there, they make a mess, they're talking about drills and fighting, and I don't approve of that.
There's no disputing the reason why two of the more popular businesses in this Flatbush, Brooklyn neighborhood are banning teens 18 and younger who are not accompanied by an adult. Last month, we told you about the McDonald's on Flatbush Avenue, which did just that during after-school hours, following the lead of the Target store right around the corner, which implemented a similar ban around the clock.
I was assaulted in this Target right here. These children nowadays, they're doing smoking and attacking people. They're, stealing things and going in pockets and cutting pocketbooks.
It's a very highly trafficked area.
Kenneth Umbonu, president of the local business improvement district, says the no accompanied teens policy is necessary to protect the quality of life for residents, commuters, and shoppers.
Not all of them we would consider to be bad students or bad eggs, but there are some that regularly cause trouble.
I go to Lincoln High School.
But other people we spoke with, teens and adults, question whether the policy is too broad.
The kids was doing, they was being ghetto in there. I would have shut it down too. But they gotta really be mindful because the other kids is not ghetto.
And you're the other kids.
Yeah, I'm the other kids.
So does that mean that people 18 and older can't cause any type of chaos? I think it's absurd.
We feel that there's other measures that could be put in place. We're looking into other options, but we definitely don't think excluding a whole population of young people and customers is the right way to go.
I don't know about that. If you got something that's running rampant, bro, you gotta put a hold on it because it's a lot of individuals that want to go places that they don't want to have to deal with it, and it's just the case that what they say, one bad apple can ruin the whole bunch. This is what this
Right.
is. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I ain't really get the joke. Okay, so what is?
It's been a
What
case
is
of
this about?
young teens. I guess they going into restaurants and just these different establishments. They probably either in there stealing a bunch of stuff together or in there fighting. One lady said she was assaulted. They be in there smoking. You know what I'm saying? They just making it a very uncomfortable space to be. And so what they trying to get is they trying to have, if you under 18, then you can't come into these establishments unless you are supervised by a parent or something like that. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
I don't live down there. I don't know how it is, but I know in New York, I think a lot of people, they move around on foot. So it's a lot of foot traffic. And when these people come around, or these teens, if they all causing issues, then I can see why people don't want them in there just unsupervised or just in there all willy-nilly, because you never know what can happen.
Right.
It could be an old person in there, and if they get to fighting, you bump into the old person, they fall down. Now you done killed them. You
Right.
ain't thinking
Or
nothing
some
of it. You done,
kids.
yeah, or somebody
Or some
might pull
kids
out a gun,
around.
all kind of shit, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
what is this, like some unruly teens up in there just causing a little havoc up in the fast food joints?
Yeah, I think that's basically what it is. It's just a bunch of unruly teens in there causing issues. That's what it is. And they didn't
Hell
kind
yeah.
of got tired of it, so they put these implementations in place to try to stop a lot of these kids from doing what they
Miss
do.
Paradise. Miss Paradise said F them badass kids.
Man, facts.
In the words of
Facts.
Bertie Mac, fuck them
Yes.
kids.
Facts, bro. You gotta say that sometime. I know people, they don't want to hear that, but damn, nigga, like, I ain't trying to go somewhere where it's gonna be some kids in there loud talk. Cause I done been in the mall. That's kind of being a problem. Not a big problem, but I've
Right,
noticed
right.
that shit. Like, I went into the mall one day, and it was just some kids. They was just in there. They wasn't stealing or doing it, but they was just rowdy, bro. You know how when you go to the
Right.
mall or something, or in the store, you kind of expect it just to be quiet and chill, but they
Mhm.
was like in there talking and just loud and laughing. And I ain't got no problem with it because they teenagers, but they was just
Right.
overdoing it, bro. Like, it was
Right.
just they just
Hey,
little shit,
remember what
bro.
remember what we was talking about when we now that you older or whatever, you just be we was like, you see some young niggas or whatever, you kind of perk
Yep.
up like white folks and be
Yep. Yep.
you start to see that now that you older. You
Facts,
be
bro.
like, you be trying to avoid them a little bit. Oh, here goes some young
Mhm.
niggas coming up in this store, or
Let me get out of here.
let me hurry up, get up, get gone.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy too, because that's how we are. I mean, yeah, you right. We was talking about that the other day, and I
Yeah,
sense
yeah.
that all the time when I go into stores. Like, I used to go into those kind of discount stores like TJ Maxx and Ross and stuff. Go in there, just
Right.
you go in there kind of browsing for a long time, so you can, because it's harder to find stuff in there, but you got to really look. But now, bro, if I go in
Right.
there, be like these teens in there, man, and they like loud and they playing, and it makes
Mhm.
me uncomfortable, bro.
Right, right.
Because I didn't actually seen them do the little smash, not the smash and grabs, but I guess they come in as a little group and then they steal shit and run out.
Right,
And I
right.
don't like all that shit, bro. It makes me uncomfortable. Like you say, maybe it's because
I
I've gotten
feel you.
older and I don't want to deal with that shit.
I
But like when
definitely
I
can
go
relate.
out,
Relate.
when I leave my house, man, I want it to be peace. I
Right.
want to just go somewhere and get something and leave, and everybody smiling at each
Exactly.
other and waving and go on about their business.
I notice it mostly being fast food joints. Like if you just
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm just want to run in here, maybe get some fries or something, just something simple, and it might be a bunch of teenagers up in there, might be being a little rowdy and whatnot, and you like, oh damn.
Mm-hmm.
Certain be at certain location. Don't let the fast food be next to a motherfucking high school or not far from one.
Oh man.
You already
Woo.
know.
And because see me, I'm not, I don't dress like try to get super dressed up, and I don't, man. Look, when I was
Right.
in high school, I'm trying to look nice. Man, nigga, I put on what they call it, the barbecue joints, the shoes, you know what I'm saying, the mismatch. I'm like, shit, nigga, I'm just in here to give me something to eat. And
Right,
bro,
right.
them little niggas get in there and get to try to smiling and ranking on the nigga, like, look at this nigga's shoes.
Yeah. Get
Hey,
the
I'm gonna get
capping on
hot then. Yeah, start capping on the nigga and shit. I'm like, damn. I'm finna call the police on one of y'all niggas. I'm finna call the police.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Yep. Cause I done had that one time. I seen a little cat, bro. I think I had on the cookout joints. Man, he looked and he didn't say nothing, bro. He turned back around and I seen him kind of bump his partner like, look at this nigga, this nigga got the
Uh,
New Balance or whatever. I can't remember what kind of shoes I had on. And I like, these niggas capping on me, bro. You know,
Right.
but they didn't go too deep. But you know how some niggas is, because they was in my class when I was graduating. Them niggas are, man, look at this nigga's shoes. You know, they'll be
Mhm.
loud, fool.
Hey,
So
you know
I,
Jordan was important. If you ain't have on some Jordans,
hey,
something close to it, or some Air Force Ones, yeah, you might get capped on.
nigga, if you didn't have
Uh,
that check on there, or something, nigga, because remember how old are you?
I'm 45.
See, everybody for a minute, you know, like, because I heard some people talking in the space. It was a point in time where niggas was wearing like the Bo Jacksons and the Scottie
Yep, yep,
Pippins. You know, it didn't
yep.
matter.
Charles
Even the
Barkley,
people with the
Barkley.
Reeboks. Yeah,
Yep.
as long
Mm-hmm.
as you had some type of name behind it, you was good, bro.
Yep, yep,
But by the
yep.
time I got to like high school, nigga, you couldn't have on nothing but Nikes. If you had on Reeboks, niggas was like, man, this nigga got on some Reeboks, bro. They could be the old Shaq Reeboks. What's the
Right,
Shaq
right,
Gnosis or something? And
right.
niggas would be like, man, this nigga got them Shaq Gnosis, man.
Or if
Hell
you had
no.
on right,
You know
or
what
if
I'm
you had on
saying?
some pennies, the pennies was pretty popular.
Yep.
The Penny Hardaways,
Mm-hmm. Gary
yeah, shit
Payton's,
like that. Even Patrick Ewing when he had his
Patrick
shoe.
Ewing. I was looking
Ewing.
at some Patrick Ewings the other day because he got this website. I'm like, bro, I want to get a couple pair of them. The ones with
The
the
Ewings.
straps. Yeah, I like the
Yeah,
ones with the straps on
yeah,
them.
yeah. I think Reebok only came back into play in like the early 2000s when Cash Money was
Yeah,
bringing it back in. You know, the Soldier Reeds.
yeah.
Yeah, Miss
You're
Paradise
right. The
mentioned, yeah,
Allen
the
Iversons.
Iversons.
Yep.
Yeah, they was popular too. The Questions.
Yep. Them hoes was clean, bro. I think they
Yeah.
brought them back out like a year or two ago.
Making different variations of colors and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah.
She said I only own one pair of Jordans ever.
Ever.
Shit, me, I got one pair of Jordans now. Yep. I'm like you. I only got one pair, and that's the pair that I bought. See, when I was in school, my daddy wasn't buying no Jordans. None of that shit, bro. We used to go to, that nigga would take me to Mervin's and give me like them cheap. If they was like 40 or $50, that's what you was gonna get. You know, it's like straight up, bro. They
Yeah,
gonna be some
yeah.
Nikes or
I
something, but
feel
nigga, I had to scrounge through that motherfucker. I'm like, I gotta get the best pair of $40 or $50 Nikes that I can get my
you.
hands on. And
Right,
that's what I
right,
used to do.
right.
Cause he said, nigga, he ain't buying no Jordans. That nigga didn't buy none of that shit, bro. He wasn't buying no
Right.
name brand shit. Nigga, I remember Christmases, they would be like, we got you some clothes. We got you some clothes. And every Christmas, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, nigga. Before I even opened that shit, I was sick. Cause I already knew what it was. Cause it was this thing in Dallas called the Big T Bazaar. And nigga, they could go down there and buy these flea market clothes or these knockoff clothes. And they would look so bad. And I already knew that's what they was going to go buy. Cause you know, they
Right.
old school. So they say, man, it's the same stuff. No, it ain't. That's name brand. I'm like, that ain't
Right.
name brand, man. I'm telling y'all, you know. Let me tell you what they got me. You remember the Fat Albert shit? You
Which
remember
one?
the Fat Albert collection, the FUBU Fat Albert?
Fubu. Oh, okay, yeah, Fubu. Yeah, I remember the
Yeah.
Fubu.
You
Yeah.
remember the Fat Albert shit? Where it had like Fat Albert picture and shit like that on there?
Okay, okay. I just
Nigga.
remember the when they had the different colors of just the Fubu, all the different colors and shit. And
Oh, do you remember the
what
Harlem Globetrotter collection that the FUBU had?
mm-mm. I don't think I
Okay.
ever seen him, but I'm pretty sure it was out. I probably just wasn't aware of it, but yeah, I would definitely remember Fubu. What else? Anisha,
Nietzsche, yeah.
Echo.
Echo, yeah, I used to get that. I had to get that on my own. Cause that shit was hot in, you know what I'm saying? A shirt be like
Yeah.
$25, $30 for an
Uh,
Echo shirt.
motherfucking Dada.
Dada. Man, I remember Dada.
Fat
Saucony's,
Farmer.
Fat
Yeah.
Form. Nigga, I fucked up and bought some Fat Forms, nigga, some shoes, some shell toes. Man, them niggas, ooh, they lit me up in school. They lit me up, bro. I came to school with them shells, told them fat. Them niggas told me up, bro. I swear, I said I ain't never wearing them bitches again. I probably wore
I
them for about a
remember,
week. I had to get up out of them.
yeah, I always kept with just stuck with the Air Force Ones. I had a few pair of Jordans here and there, but I always stuck with Air Force Ones.
Man, they wouldn't even give me no Air
Remember,
Force Ones.
motherfucking lugs.
Oh man, remember the Birdman lugs?
Yeah.
Them hoes, them nigga had them Birdman lugs, nigga, them boots.
Oh man,
Damn.
man, I could
I remember
not, man, I
somebody wore
couldn't
them
stand them
bitches.
motherfuckers.
They
Yeah,
lit that nigga up too.
yeah,
That
yeah,
nigga
you
came to school
definitely
with
was
them
getting cracked
Birdman
on.
lugs. He got roasted.
Yeah, you getting roasted. You had Birdman.
Man. But yeah, man, I had one Christmas they got me some FUBU Fat Albert, right? Nigga. Okay, the Fat Albert shit, it was clean. You know, they had like a picture like Fat Albert or something on the shirt or whatever. Maybe he was on the pants or whatever. I can't really remember. He'd just be a regular picture of Fat Albert, you know what I'm saying? Nigga. I
Yeah.
opened up that motherfucking Christmas box. Nigga, Fat Albert had on that nigga had a bandana on. That nigga had some earrings. I said, he looked like a gangster, bro. I said, oh, hell no.
Wow.
Nigga, I cannot wear this shit to school. I'm like, nigga, y'all really want me to wear this? I was like, nigga, this nigga got a whole bandana and earrings. Fat Albert ain't never wear no bandana and no earrings.
Oh, wow.
Damn. I never wore that shit. I think I used to cut the grass in that shit. I used to cut the grass in that shit, bro. That was
Man.
about the best it was gonna get, or I wear it like around the house. But
Yeah.
I didn't dare wear that to school. If somebody would have caught me wearing a Fat Albert, this nigga had on a bandana with a goddamn earrings and shit, looking like a pimp, I was like, man, nigga, y'all
Wow.
basically trying to sabotage a nigga. Y'all trying to wreck my goddamn self-esteem. But
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's what my folks was on. They wasn't buying no name brand shit. Ain't gonna be no going in Mervin's. I mean, not Mervin's, but going in Dillard's and shit. Ain't gonna be none of that.
Right.
It ain't going down like that. It ain't going. And my folks had the money. My dad had moved. We moved to a place. My dad got a good job. That nigga said he ain't wasting his money on no shit like that. So nigga, I had to eat that shit. I had to eat that shit, nigga. I ate that shit my whole high school, middle school. I ate that shit every year, nigga. That shit was tough. I ain't
Yeah.
even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But I made it through
Yeah,
it.
feel you.
But now, nigga, I really don't even care about clothes. I think that's what it made me. Like, I don't
Right.
really. I buy me some shoes, some nice shoes every now and then, like some really expensive shoes. But besides that, bro, like I don't really care. I see other people coming online talking about what type of shirt they bought, a Gucci shirt. That shit, bro, that shit does not move me. And I ain't never buying no shit like that. I don't care how much money I got. Maybe it's just because of what I went through, but I just
Yeah,
can't
I
care
never
about that
really
shit,
been
bro.
into designer stuff. I really thought that was to be honest, I thought it was more for women, like the Gucci, the Louis V, and then they started making it for men to wear, or I guess men will start wearing it, whatever. But I really thought the designer shit was for the women. The Prada and shit like that. I thought that was mostly for women, and now guys is wearing it or whatever. I mean, I don't knock nobody if that's what you into or whatever. I'm a Levi guy.
Straight
You know what
up.
I'm saying? Good pair of Levi's. Throw a polo shirt on.
That's
And
what
I'm
I
just
was
pretty
on. I
basic
was
though.
more of a. That's why you see me wear a lot of black tees and black clothes, because that's what I really turned
Yeah.
into. I was like, man, I'm just give me some t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? I started, maybe got a little job and buy me some decent shoes, but I was like, man, I'm gonna just wear a
Right.
black or white t-shirt. So that's the kind of nigga I turned into, and I'm still like that to this day. Like,
Right.
Like, I just go get me a black and white T-shirt,
Oh, the
some
white
decent
tees
pair
was
of pants.
popular.
Yep.
The white tees was popular in the early 2000s when it became a trend, and I mean, they even met what was that group that had the song, the Franchise Boys?
Yeah, the Franchise Boys.
Clean in my white tee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You remember them bats?
Bats.
You remember them bats, them big ass tees? Them big long tees, nigga, that go down to your knees down there.
Look like dresses.
You look like a damn dress. You had to see, you couldn't go get them tees from no place. Only place you could get them tees was like from the corner store and shit. Or like a little Chinese shop, you know what I'm saying? Where they just
Then
had the
when
little tees and a t-shirt in a bag.
right. And then fucking Dipset, Cameron and Dipset came out with the pink. Niggas started wearing the pink.
Man, I couldn't get with that
When
though.
that
I remember that. I was like, hell nah, nigga.
I was
remember
like,
that.
wow.
It's amazing what you can get niggas to do, ain't it?
It was all type of different trends, man. 2000. Remember the throwback jerseys and shit.
Man, I had one. What did I have? Oh, nigga, I had this clean. Bro, everybody wanted it. I had that Saints. What was that nigga? Archie Manning, Peyton and Manning daddy. I had a throwback.
Okay.
Nigga, I saved up my money and bought the hell because everybody was getting like the usual throwback shit. And I had that Archie Manning, that black and that gold. Nigga, everybody was like,
Okay.
let me get that off for you. Let me get that off for you. I was like, hell nah. Hell. I wish it's crazy because I wish I still had some of that shit because I know it would be worth something now.
Yeah, it's probably
That stuff was authentic.
Mm-hmm.
It had that real material on it. You know what I'm saying?
What was it? Who's making those? Was it Mitchell and Ness?
Mitchell and Ness. Yep.
Mitchell and Ness. I know they made a
Mitchell and
killing,
Ness.
boy. They made a killing during that era. I mean, I'm pretty sure you still can get that type of stuff now, but when it was like popping, from black folks, you know what I'm saying, was really wearing it like that, it made a nice little grip.
I wonder if they still. Oh yeah, here you go. Nigga, this was a bad motherfucker right here. What did I have with it? I had a motherfucking. I'm trying to see. These kind of look different. I just show you that one. Yeah, I had that boy.
Oh, okay.
For some reason back then, everybody was like, "Damn, that bitch was hit." Because everybody was like on the usual ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was on like
Okay.
who was that? Like Magic. I mean, not Magic, but Dr. J. Shit like that. Fool. You know what I'm saying? They was on the basketball ones. I had got that football one.
Okay.
So yeah, I did that. I like to pat myself on the back for that one. But yeah, man. Man, I really ain't got much else. I done got a little tired and sleepy now, man. I'm all
Yeah, I
talked
feel you,
up.
man. You can call it a night.
Yeah.
You back on here tomorrow, or you see
Yeah,
how
I'm
you feel?
gonna come back on here tomorrow. Hopefully I find something. If not, I just sometimes I kind of want to do these shows where it's just an open topic.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you don't really put something in that title, it's hard to get people to see it because it won't. You know what I
Right.
mean? It won't
Right.
pop up.
We
You know what
gonna,
I'm saying?
I bet you, mark my word, Charleston's gonna have something out by tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow. It's gonna be some shit to talk about behind this big UK. So yeah, we gonna be talking about this tomorrow. We're gonna be talking about this. Gonna be at least one of the topics we're gonna be talking about tomorrow
Yeah.
for sure.
I think it'll be for the next few days going into the weekend.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be a
it
hot
will.
topic.
Yeah.
So
And once he turn himself in, that'll be another story. So yeah.
he said he's gonna make videos all the way until he turn himself in.
I know, right? So we'll have content.
Uh-huh. Man.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming through, man. It's always
Oh,
good
for
to have
sure,
somebody
man.
to talk to when I'm doing this
For
stuff. And
sure, for sure.
it kind of make the show. It does make the show better because people don't realize, man. When I'm sitting up here, sometimes I be talking to myself, literally. Like I'm
Yeah,
literally
definitely.
talking to myself for an hour or two. So
Yeah.
it's
But
it's
you
better
be
to have somebody to talk to.
with it. Yeah, you be on point with it, bro. I be hearing you, you know what I'm saying? Or if I miss it, I go back and listen to it or whatever. So you seem to carry it pretty good by yourself, man. But I understand though, it's cool to have dialogue with someone and make it, shit, you get to losing track of time. You're like, damn, we've been on here for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? When you got other people and stuff and you know what I'm saying, that can chime in on the topic. But yeah, bro, I be trying to look out for your lives, man, to catch you and try to chime in and join in on the topic so you ain't up here by yourself just talking.
Yeah.
So
Yep. I appreciate that. But yeah, well, you're right. When I sit on here, man, and I'm talking to myself, if I'm with you or somebody else talking to me or Chanel or Paradise, man, I look up and
mhm.
like, damn, we've been on here 2 hours. Now, if I'm on here by myself, man, I'm looking at that little clock up here every 5 minutes. Bro, I be like, damn, it's only been 3 minutes. I done did all this talking. I done talked for 3 minutes. It's like, damn. So I'm looking up here trying to make another 30 minutes. I'm like, bro, I got a long way to
Yeah,
go. So yeah.
yeah.
But
My pleasure, bro. I don't mind supporting, man, and help you carry the show. You know what I'm saying? Chiming in on the topic or whatnot. So hopefully Paradise and Chanel can get on here, man, and you know what I'm saying? Add they thoughts and stuff like that. So
yeah, they'll come up. Chanel, she only like to come up to be combative or when it's a certain type of topic. Besides that, I'm over here cooking. I'm over here doing my hair. She be on that. I know what she
I want her to bring that combative energy. Just to
Yeah.
get it going.
Exactly. See, like if it ain't nothing to talk about tomorrow, I'll probably do something about some
Yeah.
relationships again because she always want to talk about that. I can't be talking about no black folks. She don't want me talking about no black people.
Right. Yeah.
Don't be highlighting that and don't be saying that. Oh Lord. Whatever, Chanel. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get out for here, man. I appreciate you coming
All right.
through, man. All right,
For
Dog
sure.
King.
All right, man. Have a good night, bro.
All right, you too. As always, man, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you hadn't hit that like button for me, make sure you go ahead and do that. And if you're on any of these other platforms, make sure you hit that like button or share it as well. And I would appreciate that. And as always, I'm going to holler at y'all next time. Peace.
I'm like, hello, I'm black, I'm bad, I'm back, I got it, we young, we strong, yeah right, performing, I'm working, I killed it, we marching, he speeding, he stole it, no I own it, all this, I own it, all this, I bought it, I'm ballin', he speeding, you know it, she won't on it. We on. Who's that I'm seeing in my rear view? How dare you? Do you clear people out until they fear you? Or you handle it like Malcolm? Show them together we can steer true. I just got another car, but life gon' catch me if I speed through. I just need a breeze. I don't pray from my knees. I don't pray to a God. They told me God is in me. So I just meditate to draw a blank. They won't see what I see unless I paint a vivid picture, no matter the place of the seat. So if I'm taking a stage, I need an intimate room. I need you to feel what you hear. See, I'm no different than you. See, I grew up with my mama in the same house as my papa. They tried making me proper, but they like you was just you. I'm like, hello, I'm black, I'm bad, I'm back, I got it. We young, we strong, yeah right. Performing, I'm working, I killed it. We marching, he speeding, he stole it. No, I own it, all this, I own it, all this, I bought it, I'm ballin'. He speeding, you know it. She want it, we on. What's that I'm seeing on the menu? I'ma need service when we buying out the venue. We gon' need roses for our earths as they walk through to change all the language on the paper that they talk through. Yeah, it's that crazy motherfucker that be off mute. Pull up in a brown suit, walk in to win a lawsuit. Walk out with the lawyer that the judge don't wanna talk to. Cause white people told us ain't no guilty till they coach you. A Coke and a smile, Cuban links and a new plan of action. What demographic we attacking? This aggressor ain't passive. I'm take ratchet, but I can match all vernacular, nigga. Finesse the fuck out the taxes in this new bracket, my nigga. I got I'm like, hello, I'm black, I'm bad, I'm back, I got it. We young, we strong, yeah right. Performing, I'm working, I killed it. We marching, he speeding, he stole it. No, I own it, all this, I own it. All this, I bought it, I'm ballin'. He speeding, you know it. She want it, we on.
Then put my name in baguettes. I put that chain on my neck. Then let it swing on my chest. I'm tryna swing in a vet. Hit 45 and I do the dash. I catch a high when producing cash. Nigga jump fly in that Ruger blast. I got my bitch with me, we flipping the city. She hide my dough for me, keep zips in the titty. When I come through, I'm a trip. When I'm lit, it be banging that. Already, let's go. I got my bitch with me, we flipping the city. She hide my dough for me, keep zips in the